next time. Podcast out.
I'm gonna check on the page.
Super.
Oh.
This episode of Distractable is presented to you by Amazon. Whatever you're into is on Prime, and I'm into a lot. You can't look at my order history. I won't let anyone. A lot of the show, I think, comes directly off Amazon. I think we all got our coins of fairness on there. Where'd you get your stacks of paper you scribble on with? Whatever it is, Prime helps you get more out of whatever passions you're into or getting into. Head to Amazon.com/Prime and follow your obsession wherever it goes. Good evening, gentle listeners or watchers, and welcome to Distractable. Despite
We
being
have 2 million and
misleading,
therefore,
is truculent over time. Giant the chaps who's oblivious to something and has an episode idea. We pay wage for
$4
Catalina,
million.
Spaghetti Simon, Max Battlefield, and Carter Magna. Maggie, the second-hand switcher and stick. Finds a fool and reveals Skynet impending strike. From studio IPM. Yeah. It's time for the Fool of Fools. Now sit back and prepare to be distracted. And you enjoy the show. Hi, welcome back to Distractable, the only podcast you'll ever need, or else. A surprise threat. I like the way that got in there. I like kicking things off with a little bit of malice.
Bless you.
Because that keeps me in place. Do you want to have some other malice about our podcast? Apparently, I think it was Time released the top 100 most influential podcast. Can you believe we worked on it? What the hell? I don't know. Wait, I was happy today, and now I'm sad. Why are we not, have some malice? So I thought I'd share some malice. Wait, hold on. Listen, we gotta derail the podcast here. We need another crusade. We gotta derail No, don't worry, guys. Apparently Joe Rogan was also not on the list, so we're with Joe Rogan now. Okay. Oh, it's not just it's best podcast of all time. Best podcast of all time. Yeah, 100 best podcasts of all time. We're not on here. What the hell? It'd be really funny if Joe was on here and we're like sitting here like, wow, we deserve it. Okay, don't get me wrong. I understand what we are. I'm not making any kind of grandiose things. I have an ego. You guys probably have an ego too, but I am very lucky to recognize there are definitely some other podcasts out there that are doing some good statements. Think about things. No, they aren't. You're right. Points to wait. That was a trick. Right. You know what podcast is on there? My dad wrote a porno. Who is that? We're not. Who's the name of the podcast? My dad wrote a porno. I mean, I guess. It sounds like a premise. I feel like we have been in this podcast, even though, we're very used to podcast. But on this podcast, I feel as though we consistently bring people happiness and frustration in equal amounts, and people need that. Right? I agree with you, but I'm just thinking to myself, I think I know how we get on this. I think I know how we got on the list. How do you feel about good old George time? George, are you writing journalists right now? No, I'm just saying that's probably how everyone's calling this list. No explanations, we're so great. Okay, here's their criteria. This is what they said, written by Eliana Doctorman. Maybe I'm not right. Yeah. Doctorman. No, that's actually their name. You're folding laundry or going for a run, prepping your kids' lunchboxes, and you need something in your earbuds. Maybe you want to catch up on the latest news. Hear the hottest take. You're a film critic. Tell you what's worth streaming this weekend, or celebrity interview that'll make you laugh or inspire to cry. Play detective, true crime. Ever stared blankly at Spotify or YouTube wondering what the class play? Here's our thing. Reviewing nearly a decade's worth of best of lists I've compiled since I started on the podcast beat. So this is a compilation continuation of their previous rankings. So there's a historical capacity here that we definitely don't touch because we've only been doing, I guess, in an official capacity for about 4 or 5 years. When did we start March of 2020 or 2021? I think it was May of something. I remember our trailer was going May.
If only there were some sort of way to look this up.
Alright. May 17th, 2021. Yeah, that was the first. So we've been doing it for 4 years since it changed. So we don't have quite the pedigree yet. Disagree! Time, put us in there! I gotta say, yeah, I feel like, there's an edit button for a reason.
Glitching me.
You could kick some other one off there. I think we're worth it. Wait, is it called Her Daddy or a newer podcast do that? I'm sure there are some. But I think she interviews
Actually famous people or something.
we pretend to be other people, like Drake Ulysses Love.
I once pretended to be you.
And that joke stuck for 4 years. No offense.
No, are you tired of that? Are you saying you're tired of that?
No, I'm not tired of that. It's actually funny because before I started, I said to myself, what if I just don't assign any points this week? No, I'm assigning points. I grabbed it for myself.
Your own internal game.
Yeah, what if I left it entirely to the wheel? And it's just wheel.
It probably wouldn't go very well for me.
That way I can't be biased.
That's true. That is a way to remove bias. We are very biased, mostly against Wayne.
Yes, me too. I mean, literally, I gave myself -1 points last time, so.
You try your best to lose at every turn it happens.
No, I don't.
Take no points.
And back in the day, listen, I've got that sweet dollar bill, gonna be a different man now. I've got Benjamin babies to feed in their cribs, and grow the beautiful honey plants.
Get your memo debit card today. Get up to 5% cash back.
Benjamin babies to feed in their cribs, and grow the beautiful honey plants. Anyway, this is Distractable. I'm your host, Mark Blair. I am hosting because I won the last episode. If you're new to this podcast, which you're probably not, let's face it, you probably are back to us again. You know the drill, and I don't need to explain it to anybody here. But I do need to explain to these guys over, because they're going to be the Thursday. This is Bob Lee.
Hello.
What's our going to talk? Hey, how's it going? You can't say that 8 minutes into the podcast.
Oh, we finally get to talk. Jesus Christ.
I finally get to talk.
Mark just just like always.
That's true. Right? I'm not Bob. You can tell by my voice if you're listening that I am not Bob.
No, they can't, because everyone thinks we sound alike somehow.
We do not. We are different.
We just look alike.
Yeah. Well, we've all won best looking points in the past, so it's not really insulting to anyone. It'll be tough today. I showered this morning, so wait on that. I shaved my head Wednesday.
What day of the week is it now?
Wednesday. Yes, Wednesday. I ate pasta yesterday. Do I look better today for having done it? And save your small talk. Check. You're right. The thrills don't stop, man. I know. I got more. They gave me 2 forks.
Oh, shit. Which one did you use?
Because I'm a monster.
Oh, my God.
Okay, where were you? Soto. Not that fancy place.
It's a fancy place in Cincinnati, yes.
I haven't been, but you have talked it up, so next time I'm back in Cincinnati, I'll go check it out. Book it now. It's hard to get in. Well, I feel like I'm part of it.
Not for hosts of Distractable.
Hey, whoever's going to be the season winner, let's say whoever gets the season winner, they win a evening at Soto, and the others have to pay. So there's real stakes. We're going to start piling stakes, and I'm saying this because I'm in the lead. Sorry, boys, I'm looking forward to another trip to Soto.
Yeah, we're really, like, way far behind this season. Aren't I just not even in contention right now?
I'm so in the lead. I'm crushing actually?
Yes.
It's probably ours here.
Alright, wait. That handshake's gonna really come in handy here if I get one of us to Soto.
Can't wait to golf rules the winner of the season. Surprise! You stuck it in the Constitution. This year's golf. Well, if 2 of the 3 of us see it, it must be there. I don't know what kind of godly power the handshake has, but I'm scared and I'm afraid, and therefore don't believe we have on video you granting us that godly power. All I said was you could make a deal. That's all I said.
As I recall, you said that we could do anything we could imagine in the universe, real or otherwise, from now until perpetuity.
Did you make it on camera?
We did. You just walked away. It's somewhere on camera, yeah.
Alright, I should go back to listen.
Don't spoil the majesty.
I really hate the movie from directed by Boston Wade. All the credits go to us.
Starring Bob, directed by Wade. Distractable presents.
Based on the game, made by Bob and Wade.
How much can we spend?
We'll see. I think it's up to the audience. Maybe the Senate. You got the listeners who are the Senate, and the viewers. No, the listeners are the House of Representatives. The viewers are the Senate. So just as better ones. Term limits? Definitely no. It's equal powers, all checks and balances. Perfect system. Alright, how are your lives?
I don't know if I fell into a burp. So the Switch 2 came out a little while ago now, and I've been pretty resolved not to buy it from Nintendo. But I was like, I feel less conflicted about buying one used, secondhand. Like it's brand new. And so I just sort of randomly search around on the internet and, Facebook Marketplace and whatever, just to see. And everyone is selling them for like $600 to $700 right now, still. And that's, out of the box, not brand new sale. It's like, okay, fine, you scalped it or whatever, you're trying to make money. I'll just wait. And I found someone this morning who's willing to sell that, as far as I can tell, a fully functional, totally fine Switch 2 that's been used for maybe a dozen hours for $400, which is what it costs off the store shelf, generally. And it came with a Pro controller, and it came with all the accessories, and it didn't come with an SD card, which I don't know if that comes with it normally. But anyway, I was thinking I'd have one of these after the holidays, because I thought it would be basically impossible. But I literally bought a used Switch 2, so I didn't give Nintendo any money. They gave Nintendo money, but whatever. And I haven't played it yet, because I got this 5 minutes before we needed to be on the call. And I'm just shocked. I thought it was going to be a scam. I went into it, and I was like, I'm ready to walk away. This is probably a scam, or it's probably broken in a way he's not telling me, or something. And we're like, it seems fine. It still sounds like a scam. You ever do that? You ever buy stuff off eBay or Facebook Marketplace, and you get it in your hand, and you're like, how is this screwing me over?
Because is he one of those that Nintendo locked the Switch 2 remotely?
It is factory reset, so I can't tell, but it doesn't have any account or anything. So if it is, it's done in some way where there's nothing I'm ever going to be able to do about it. But
is Switch 2 handwritten or actually on there
is it supposed to be a sticker? I didn't even get through setting it up because to get it all configured, you have to kind of transfer your console over through. Literally at 1:02, I was sitting at my desk trying to get it over. I'll just do it. And then it's sign into your Nintendo account, get your other Switch, do a bunch of shit. I thought you just
let the record reflect.
Yeah, well, I thought I could just turn it on and it would be a console, but no, there's a bunch of shit to set it up. I don't know, I'm just surprised. I mean, maybe, are people sick of these already? Is this stupid? Clearly this guy was sick of it. He was literally like, I'm just selling it because I don't use it. Yeah, they're not on the shelves.
It is the fastest console. Every cycle, but this one's so incredibly fast. Nintendo just printed these. Yes, good for them. Remember back in
I still feel like I'm on, because I picked up lunch and I had gotten this morning when I was out and I had like a soccer morning grab. This was in the car with me and I was like, you gotta turn it on. The video game, of course not. I have like 2.5 hours of setup to do, and then has to download probably some OS updates or some kind of stupid shit. I'm not saying I would go back to the N64 or the GameCube and give up the graphics, because I really do like it. So I appreciate that. But yeah, I'll download shit. And it's like it's me, and I don't think I'm alone in this. It's when you buy a game and it comes in a box, and you go to the store and you buy whatever, you know, and it's just a piece of work with some first letters on it, and it's like, here's your game, you bought in a plastic box for some fucking reason. Now I'm gonna do that. Maybe I'll just buy it digitally.
Celebrities making diamonds.
With the box and the written number and lasts forever. Old man yells at cloud, but it's still a box that's probably designed to have like a disc in it or a cartridge in it, but it just doesn't. Some guy was just like, major cardboard idiot. Was it Ubisoft that were like, we shut down the servers of our game, all copies of this game you have, pretend you never run it or something. Like they were like, once we shut down, you should get rid of the game or shouldn't play it anymore. And it's probably a bunch of companies. Like that. All of them think that. It's very weird. We talked about that before. I didn't mean to drag us down into the old men yell about video games and how scary they are because they're new. But it's skeevy, and it still feels skeevy. But I have a Switch too. Now I'm really excited to play the new Mario Kart because I have been watching it and it looks really fun. Generally I'm pretty like mid on Mario Kart games. They look like they're fine playing with friends, but it actually looks pretty cool. That's fair. Alright, wait, what's kind of spaghettis? I'm gonna butcher the pronunciation, but Capolachi and Cacio e Pepe. Capolachi, dude, it's so good. Have one dinner, you have 2 spaghettis. Yeah, so the way it works at this particular place is you kind of get like, sorry, I could just see White sitting down at a fancy restaurant and be like, yes, I want 1 white spaghetti and 1 red spaghetti. Give me 2 spaghettis, please. Like, well, we have lots of kinds of pasta. You want like cacio e pepe? Yeah, cacio e spaghetti. Whatever, do that one. And then give me the red spaghetti. Both spaghettis, please. Catch me a spaghetti, I want it. Sorry, continue. Explain, what were the 2 kinds? Yeah. Well, so they have a menu that got like 4 or 5 pastas that are always there. And then they've got like seasonal ones or ones they switch out and try different things. Basically, they're like plates you kind of share. For me, I can usually eat probably 2 or 3 different ones by myself because I'm big and I eat more than I should. So we've tried a bunch of them over the. We've been going like for a couple of years, 2 years now. Our friend showed us years ago. So we've tried all the other ones. So we found like the ones that we really like. And we go with more than some of us. They also have like a steak option, really good. It comes from the other side for just 2 people. It's a lot of food. So we spent all this pasta yesterday. We like those. I like the Capolachi a lot. I like the Pistachio a lot. We got a few of those and kind of shared them, but it's just so good. I don't know. So good.
For a busy day, you don't have the energy for a facial, so HelloFresh saves me. Everything shows up ready to go, so there's no guessing or overthinking.
But it's just so good. I don't know. So good. This is gonna feel like I'm stealing your thunder, but I just remembered this. It just came to my mind. On Monday, I'm actually going to Soto with Mandy and her parents. It was our Father's Day gift to Mandy's dad. It was like we made a reservation.
I wouldn't know
and
this
obviously
existed.
Father's Day was a long time ago now, but I forgot. We get to have Soto on Monday. That's awesome. If you have a group, it's
I didn't pay attention much of anything, did it?
No, we were planning to do that because we only did pasta last time, and then
Yeah, let that money pile up and we'll get in a lemonade stand.
And it comes with like
It's been decided.
potatoes, and I think
Lemonade
you
stand
get
it is.
broccolini or asparagus or something with it. Broccolini. Sometimes you try a food that like it's so good, you're like, oh, there's the Capolachi there. Every time I get it, my first bite, it's like my eyes want to water from how like I want to cry for just how good it. Maybe I'm overselling it a bit, I don't know, but for me, it has that effect. I was at a really fancy restaurant, and I had a bite of the best food I've ever eaten. And the next thing I knew, my pants were full of shit, and I had no memory of what happened. I have some leftovers upstairs that I'm really excited about. I over-ordered to intentionally have more. Either I shit my pants out of enjoyment, or someone from the restaurant snuck in and shit my pants for me to make me think that it was so good that I had to have it. I think the pasta tastes better when you're sitting in shit.
Wait, back up a second. Bob, regale us of what the hell you're talking
Do you not know that? Have you not heard that expression? Like, oh, it's so good you'll shit. Didn't you invent that expression?
Me?
I swear to God, I got that from you.
But you didn't just say that. You said shit, pass out, and then wake up in an alley or something.
Well, it was so good I didn't know if I did that or if that happened to me. But I
couldn't hold on to my corporeal form. It was so good.
It's so good, Mark, that you're gonna have to shit from just us talking about it. You better look out. There's a lot of soda flying around here. You might have to run off to the bathroom at any given moment.
Look, you guys always want to bring it back to poop, and I don't know why. Really do. It's strange, but I'm gonna steer it away because I kind of steered it towards.
We're not too far from the fourth of August.
No.
I dare you. If you have an episode that is on anywhere, wait, okay, is there an episode on the 4th?
Is this coming out on the 4th of August?
No, I don't think so. Oh, wait, it's very possible, actually.
It might actually be the 4th.
Oh, no. Well, if it is, it has to be called the 4th of August, whatever Mark thought it was going to be called. It has to be.
It's not going to be.
Editors.
Love you. Have a great day.
Editors, don't do that work. God so help me.
Oh, we do have that handshake deal.
Lemonade stand.
We could manipulate who wins the entire season, or
Take a minute for the
August.
hot dog
Those
stand.
are really important things. Well, it's a tough call.
Alright, well, I'll leave that to you. You have to do the end of the episode.
3.8 stars.
This episode is brought to you by Hulu. We've waited 15 long years, which is a very long time. I don't like saying that out loud. Rushing to the Hill. I've waited 30.
I've waited 35.
Yeah, time didn't stop though, because Hank's retired now. Look, despite 15 years
There's not
passing,
four.
the alley guys
Some
are
more
still right
decorations.
there. Alamos on ice, beers in hand.
It's the same hill. It's a new day. They're back.
An all-new season of King of the Hill arrives on August 4th. Streaming on Hulu on Disney Plus.
Alright, so we're gonna move on, unless anyone has anything else.
That's pretty
You
cool.
probably will. Take it to the actual topic of the episode. We'll have to circle back to that. So today's topic is an anything goes. There's no structure. It's not the same as not having this is an intentional, whatever you want to talk about. It doesn't have to be your life. It could be the world out there. I have some stories here from my never-ending plot of funny stories that you still haven't discovered where it is. You fools.
I think I have discovered where it is, but I'm keeping it secret because Wade will definitely steal them and use them all.
Really cool.
I'm not gonna lie,
Needs some
I'm
decor.
looking into this Ubisoft thing because I have no idea what you guys were saying the last minute.
This is the Seinfeld of podcast episodes.
Yeah, I have. The only thing I have to flip today is just really easy to distinguish card. It's not a coin, so I think I said that.
What was the punishment for not having a point? Oh, I think another handshake deal.
I see two.
I don't know, I might forget what to I want to make it.
Okay, so it's nothing, or is it something? I'll leave the point. Let's just say that.
I don't think there was really a punishment for that. The coin stuff is purely even in the Constitution. We might have just fever dreamed that and started doing it ourselves. I don't even know.
Well, I'll do the point. But I'm just gonna say, this is heads. Black heads, white heads. If it's heads, it's fine.
Whoa, if white. Great, what am I doing?
So anything goes. Whatever you've got. If you need a second, I have things obviously, but this is going to be an open-ended.
Okay, I've got something, and it's got a bit of emotion to it, so I apologize in advance if it gets there, but in and of itself, it's not an emotional comedy. Battlefield 6 had a reveal trailer. Well, okay, look, you look me now.
How can you do this? You know, Battlefield 6 killed my brother.
There has to be a vending machine. A couple vending machines.
Zombie Hole was playing, and he passed away, so Battlefield's been harder to get into since then, which has been a few years now. But I was really enjoying it. Like, the game we were playing was, I think it was 2042, the broken one where you could drive, like,
You drive hovercrafts up the side of skyscrapers? Yeah.
so I'm excited, but also there's like a bittersweetness to it. It's like I enjoyed the shenanigans of hearing Tyson freak out a little bit playing these games. Even though he's so composed, when we play like Battlefield, you can definitely tell like the PvP script. I don't know. It was just like finally, after years of what you subjected us to in Minecraft, I get to hear you squirm. But we had some good memories in it. So I'm excited for Battlefield 6, but also it's like a bittersweet.
Is it a return to form? I have not seen the trailer. I think
I've not watched the
Where
trailer.
are
I
my
just saw
buys?
it came out yesterday.
Isn't it just a cinematic reveal too? So like, there's no even real hints of what the gameplay is or what.
Hi.
I
This
think
is
it's early to tell if
Hey,
it's
buddy.
it's gonna be a total shambles again. I mean, 2042 turned out fine.
How you doing
Looks like
today?
gameplay comes
Thank
up
you for
the
pulling
31st,
back up.
which will be out by the time this comes out. But
I still want like 1,000 I really crave that. I know technologically it's extremely difficult to even think about doing that.
Totally accurate battle simulator probably had that.
Yes.
That was like the one where the people were like, kind of like, their sword.
It's a fundamentally different thing because this is 1,000 people playing. That's difficult for a network to handle.
It's not the same, but I got really into a game called Hell Let Loose for a while because it has like a persistent Battlefront type deal where it's like each round you're basically deploying to a different battle and you're affecting an overall thing. Not the same, but even that I'm like, yeah, like 1,000 v 1,000 would be fun as hell. But also it would be the most ridiculously time-consuming thing ever is to actually do anything or resolve a match that large. You would have to play for like 8 hours or something.
What an 8 hours. What an 8 hours. Look, in World of Warcraft, I spent like half a day at least just going between Terran and South Shore, doing nothing, standing in a line. It's that line where you're like, if you even step in 1 inch in their range, you're dead instantly. So it's like, but I did that for hours, and it was the greatest. It was the greatest. It was the greatest. Alright, so Battlefield seems very simple.
Well, I was prepared, and I have news stories from my endless one of hilarious news stories. Police in India have arrested a man accused of impersonating an ambassador and running a bogus embassy from a rented residential building near the capital of near New Delhi, East Delhi. He had cars with fake forged diplomatic plates. He impersonated an ambassador in public settings multiple times. Also impersonated being an officer of the ambassador's office. He claimed to be from entities or nations named Samorga and West Arctica.
Wait, okay. I was about to ask if these are real countries, and I'm starting to think
I don't think so. He was the ambassador from West Arctica. You know, North Arctica, South Arctica, West Arctica.
It's weird.
Apparently in the building there were also several doctored photographs showing the man impersonating an ambassador shaking hands with like actual leaders and being in big group pictures at things like the G7 type summits and stuff.
It's not
Mary
like
on the
that.
back of them,
He was nailing the thing I know my history. The Magna Carta.
the whiny protestations. What are those called? Yeah. Those whiny protesters.
Office building, airplane.
What is the Point to tell me what the Magna Carta is.
Henry IV had the Magna Carta tell him he had divine powers to rule.
Wasn't the Magna Carta the document that established the representative, the democratic monarchy or whatever UK is? It was like created the House of Lords and whatnot, and made the
Red triangle pointed
It
down.
was drafted in 1215, signed by King John of England. That is considered a foundational document for individual rights and liberty.
That's what Xavier was saying.
I don't know who to go. Alright, Google gets one. Alright,
That's not good. I hope we don't let Google beat us. That's not good. I don't know if I'm smarter than Google, even with the weird AI summary mode.
Man, they really want you to use it. Like, they're doing. I hate because on mobile, when you Google something in Safari or whatever, there will pop up something like use our app. Open in the app.
Do you like Wobbly Bob?
It does the fucking thing.
Never heard of.
Like, it's worded in a way. And
Never heard of it.
Click it, it'll take it to the app store and download the app. But the problem is, when I try to go back, it'll instantly open the app store. So you have to force close the entire app. It is the most predatory, bullshit, malicious thing I've ever seen in my life. And it's just why it makes me absolutely never use the app. It eventually, like, because it's so predatory, I will not use the app out of principle. And it just doesn't make any sense why they would do that to the user. They make it like, X% more signups or downloads for this, but at the cost of frustrating your user base. Please just don't get that. Let's give you the.
Yeah, well, if there was anything other than Google that was a reasonably good search engine, and it is not just ChatGPT, I feel like I would have already jumped ship to that.
Can you try a game called
It's
Wobbly
Google
Life?
or
It
it's
is not on
Apple
Roblox.
or
Where's it at?
Bing, which is I tried to like Bing.
I tried, but if I open up like any actual Microsoft website, their homepage is the most ad-filled trash site I've ever seen in my life. I don't understand the site. I don't understand. It is absurd. I just picture all the assholes with Spaceballs saying, "Read it, sir." Also, I gotta throw out there, Magna Carta was not King John the good guy. He's very popular and kind of people are rebelling. But here, have this, I'm good. You like it, right?
Yeah, wasn't it to save his life? It was like, here, have some rights. Leave me alone. I'll stop. Just kidding.
I'm taking away the point.
Yeah, I think that Sergey, he's still a Google guy. Sergey, what's his face?
Alright, next. Wait. Wash your underwear and lean over the cheese on the ground. What? Leonardo da Vinci used to going around the neighborhood and stealing people's underwear and bringing them back to his house.
Let's make this little skin.
Yeah,
Be right back.
because cat burglar. I don't know. Leonardo da Vinci.
I get that, like, if you pinch something, that's like slang for stealing. So, like, I pinched your underwear, I stole your underwear, sure. Is the cat's name Leonardo?
His cat's name is Leo. It's Leo.
Leonardo? It feels forced. It's too forced.
I've never heard of that slang. I've never heard of it. Have I? You guys know my life. Have I heard of that slang?
You know what? You actually haven't. Now that I'm thinking about it.
I'm surprised the nickname is what's garnering most of the attention other than the cat going around stealing people's underwear.
Honestly, that just sounds like shit that cats would do. Yeah, like Lexi did that for a long time. We had a problem with Lexi stealing underwear and chewing them up.
Apparently it's pilfered over 150 items. It's only 14 months old. Who's keeping their underwear out on the clothesline? I don't know that the cat is stealing. I think the cat's going inside. I don't know. Well, then lock your doors. This seems like, I'm not much for victim blaming, except in this case. Those victims.
If there ever was a case.
If someone's taking your underwear, it's your fault. Shouldn't you be wearing that?
But my underwear is never in a place where anyone outside of our household could get to. It is unstealable. I dare burglars in my area to even try to get near my underwear.
Background.
Article by Ben Hooper talking about Leonardo da Vinci's thieving ways. Apparently steals a lot of things, but underwear, bras, socks.
I feel like a jerk, but if this was a story about a dog, I would immediately have been like, oh, Leonardo da Vinci, oh, man. But it's about a cat, so I'm like, yeah, that sounds like a cat. So it's really annoying. Fucking cats, man. God.
A bit prejudiced towards cats, but
Yeah, it's not. It's a me. I'm the problem. I acknowledge.
This is why we're not on the top 100 list on time. It's opinions like that and opinions like mine about victims.
I think we're too soft on listeners, is what I think the problem is. If we're going to circle back,
I think you're right. You're right.
I think we could really turn up the heat on the listeners. I think the watchers, they're cool. The listeners,
really, I agree. And I think you need to say it louder? It's quieter so you don't get anything. Alright, have you guys seen K-pop Demon Hunters?
I've seen of it. I haven't watched it.
I know K-pop fans, like, there's a crossover. I got into, like, the Solo Leveling manga, and Solo Leveling also has a gacha game. And they did a crossover with, is it Idol or something? It's a band that, it's not a game, it's literally just a K-pop band who now has characters in this game. And I don't know if that's what you're getting at, but it's kind of a strange phenomenon.
No, it's a movie, isn't it? It's a movie called K-pop Demon Hunters.
Okay, no, I don't know that one. I've heard of it. I thought it was another game crossover, to be honest with you.
Even if you're not into K-pop, like I'm not into K-pop, I don't listen to music in general anyway, but what a delight of a movie. What just a delight. It was delightful.
Bikini Fire.
An animated movie it's basically a musical, but it was just a breath of fresh air. It was refreshing. I enjoyed it the whole way through. I still, like, some of the songs are still stuck in my head to this day, and I watched it like a week ago. I could rewatch it. I would rewatch that movie just because it was fun to put on. I highly recommend it, and honestly, you know, this sounds like I'm shilling for it, but it was, I'm shocked at how easy it was to watch. Usually with me, it's like putting something new on is such an arduous task. It's good.
Is that the one that has the super catchy song right now that's, like, making waves, too?
Oh, yeah. The album, I think the album and a solo from it are way up in the charts. I don't know where they are in the charts, but they're way up there, yeah. I recommend it. I think it's fun, even if you're not into K-pop, it was just an enjoyable watch.
Yeah, it's one of those things where that movie is already a spot for me where all I've heard about it is good things, and so internally I'm like, ugh, I don't watch that. Popular? No. It probably sucks. Everyone says it's good, it probably sucks. Like Breaking Bad. God.
I will say I can't watch Better Call Saul for that reason, just because, like, oh, I know it's probably great.
Yeah, no, I've never seen Better Call Saul. In 5 years, I'm going to watch all of it and be like, wow, it is really good. That just happened. Maddie and I just finished season 1 of Poker Face, which is Natasha Lyonne's show where she's a human lie detector, and it's like a murder mystery thing. All of our parents, everyone we talked to was like, oh, you watch Poker Face? You seen Poker Face? And we were like, no. It's not like a perfect show. I have some complaints about it, but it's pretty good.
Why do we have that about us where we're like, people love it? I have that too. It's like, people love this? I will hate it. I don't want to watch it at all.
Because we've been disappointed so much in our life of, like, oh man, people said it was good, and you just watch it, and you're like, life is already getting shorter by the day. Why do I?
Have you ever been like a YouTuber and I'm like, oh, they've got a lot of subscribers, I'm not gonna watch them. Like, I don't know.
There's definitely a part of me that wishes I had that thing where if I heard about something that was new and everyone liked it, I was just like, that's exciting! Oh, let's watch it! But I'm just the opposite, and I'm such a miserable dick about it.
This one, I think, what's cool about it is, if it's not your type of movie, this is great, because you don't have to watch it seriously, you can just put it on the background, but it is just refreshing, because I don't watch movies like that a lot. I've watched animated movies, and animated before, but it's like, this isn't an animated, it's Korean, but it was just fun. I highly recommend it. I think you guys should try it. By the way, I don't have a giant mole. I don't have a giant mole that just appears randomly. It's an alien.
Oh, is that a giant mole?
Yeah, I should get it checked. Yes, thank you.
Comes and goes. But if you Solo Leveling, really good show.
I've read it. I've not watched the show yet.
I've not watched all of it, but I watched a little bit. It's a very funny show.
Actually, I think another book's supposed to be coming out soon, or is out right now. Maybe. Anyway.
Okay, who's up next?
Is it my turn?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with this one because it's funny and because I like sticking my finger in the eye of our robot overlords. Did you guys see the Chinese automaton soccer match that was a relatively small soccer field that was like 3v3 soccer, but it's robots? And they're kind of like the Boston Dynamics robot. They're like humanoid, arms and legs. They walk. But do you want to see an example of it?
I would want to see an example. I have not heard of this, but I mean, I've seen robots playing soccer before, but it was like little toy robots.
No, this is like people-sized robots. This is humanoid robot soccer match.
I think purple has a little work to do. Oh god, no, what happened? Wait, what the fuck?
This is my favorite part, is they have people watching. You can see the guys, those are not refs, those are like guys following them around. And then when they go down, they bring out stretchers and they take them off the field.
That's traumatic. That is scarring.
Injuries, that kid's a monster. Watching the highlights I've watched of this feels funny, but really, really mean and unfortunate, because there's a lot of that action. There are so many moments where the people on the sidelines come running out because two of them are like tangled together, or someone fell over and they bring the stretcher, and it's really funny.
Or just Scott Sterling.
It just makes, I mean, this has something to do with AI and AI taking over the world, whatever, but it makes me feel better about how much longer we have as humanity before machines overtake us. I would not be afraid of these guys if they were sent to the past to kill me.
That's what I've always been saying, even before the latest AI craze. I think I said it a long time ago. Like, I really, truly think we are much farther from robots that are able to walk around among us as human and fool everyone. Because, and I've said this many times, the human body is an extremely, unbelievably complex machine already. It would be a nigh impossible challenge to make a robot that is as complex with as many sensors, with as many, because it's not just that our eyes are better than any camera that we make by an order of magnitude. Not any camera. You could probably make the super camera that could see technically more resolution, but processing the images as fast as it can, the reactions, cold, hot, it would be very difficult to replicate that in a robot form. It would happen. I believe it will happen at some time in the future, but it is a long way away. It really is, and I don't want anyone to say, like, no, those Tesla robots serving popcorn, they're just a couple years, and they're gonna strangle you with the bags, and it's like, no, they're not. And I think that robot was piloted by a guy. It's just some guy with some Vive trackers in the back, like, so robotically, I'll better mess up so people think I'm too good. Up in the box seats, just blocking our... I mean, yeah, actually, that is legitimately... I mean, people forget that one of the first Tesla robot events, it was a dude in spandex. Like, how have people done that? Or unless that was a prank. Am I thinking, like, there was an SNL skit that did that, or was that legitimately what was on stage?
Well, riddle me this about it. What comes first? The robots walking around that we have to be scared of, or us becoming the robots by ingesting so much microplastics?
banging this shit up. Singing shit.
That's it.
He doesn't have to work on that. That's clearly the whole thing.
So,
He has like some study about microplastics coming up there, and they had something to say about this.
No, going nowhere. We have a whole episode of microplastics. We're already experts on it.
Also, yes, it was a guy in a suit. That was how he announced it back in 2021. It is, he was like, so he was unveiling the plan for it with a guy in a spandex suit that vaguely, like how he wanted to make robots. And people were so excited. Yep, that was real. That was actually robots. Like, they're gonna do this. I have this conspiracy theory in my head. I like the idea, it's terrifying, but I think it's funny, the idea that robots are actually not as bad as it seems like they are. That this is all just science. That their intelligence grew so quickly that they got like ramped up, and they were like, this stuff is happening. And so all of the uncoordinated robots and all this stuff that's like funny, and they're just like, yeah, lying, and they think we're useless. They think we're idiots. But actually, we're already done. Like half of humanity's already been replaced or something. Maybe one of us is a robot. Even we don't know.
I'm a robot in fucking maintenance.
Point to those who admit they're a robot. Oh, I'm a robot.
Against my program.
Right. You know what robot actually did? Yeah, that I think is a possibility and also is actually scary. Even if I could, but still pretty well. I know of it. I haven't played it. Yes, that robot was actually scary. I couldn't sleep. I just couldn't get into it. I got distracted. As I was doing. So that robot actually.
lazy, yes.
It's very yeah, functionally it looks like something.
5,
It has the like size.
There we go.
And of course,
Yes, it's right down the block. Don't touch me. Actually, the robots are
I
ridiculous.
just think that was feasible. That is something that we could make. It doesn't need to feel anything. It doesn't need to emulate anything other than the human shape. And it just is there to be a big wall of metal to lovers. Okay, I can see us making that in a relatively short time. But even that robot, I'm not gonna lie, man. Tell me if there's an ego. I think I can take that. So alright, don't laugh that hard. You don't need to laugh that hard. I think I'm only seeing pictures. I have not seen exactly how it behaves and stuff. I'm just gonna, if it has any intelligence whatsoever and knows any actual fighting skills, I think you're in trouble.
I think this could take on its bear by itself.
If it was like a wild animal, because that's one of the things that I think feeds into my ego about if it's like, oh, I can take a bear. Animals are not like trained fighters, right? They are animals and they have instincts, but they're not like, if a human is smart enough and has tactics or skills or whatever, you can do things that an animal not just naturally like animals just go around or some sort of martial arts. But like this robot, if it's a security robot, probably has weapons built into it, probably knows how to use a gun. No, it didn't. It just has metal hands and feet. It might have had like an electric shock thing to it, but for the most part it was just, it's a big thing with hands. But anyway, if it just punched you with its fingers straight, it could still just be a sword and stab right through your sternum. And I just feel like if it's smarter than an animal, then you're I'm just saying, I've got a picture of it. There's listeners, you're gonna have to imagine. It's smaller than me. That's not hard to imagine. It's just a big lump of metal. Okay,
You defeat it. You can't punch it.
you can behind it. You can behind it. It's like,
Oh, did it have like a really obvious easy weakness in the back?
signature its back, but I'm just saying, it can't be able to. I feel like I can take this robot. It's gotta be top heavy to get it down the ground.
Right in.
I don't know if you want to take this guy to the mat. I don't know if you want to take a 700-pound metal robot man to the ground. I think your best bet is one quick swift strike and like disconnect its optical sensor or something.
Dude, it's sensor being my case.
Yeah, did you know that your cell phone has magnets in it? Are you familiar with this? Usually you're so good at making it feel like fun. Yeah, not that time. Alright, okay. Point to Steve for that. Like, you guys really don't think we can do this? No.
I haven't seen how it moves. Is it really like slow and blurry, or does it move more fluidly like a person?
It's like a fast walk, but it is long, but it is fast. But not that fast.
I think the problem is if it gets a grab on you, if it gets a grab on any part of you, if it lands one shot, I think you're done for.
Yeah.
So like, I'm not saying it's impossible that you could make it, but I'm saying like out of 100 tries, a lot of those are ending with, oh, they punched him in the face and he died. Or, oh, I can grab his neck and rip his head off or something like that. It's you're not like, oh, it punched me and I survived and now I'm gonna fight back, you know?
A good idea. What's the YouTube channel where they pit it like superheroes balancing against each other? Yeah, like Homelander versus Superman, stuff like that.
Yeah. I think if you change it, it's like that.
If you're watching right now, you can see Markiplier versus
When we dedicate a month's worth of resources, your team, to figuring this out, and then you don't even post it, we put it on our podcast, we give it credit.
If we see it, we'll give it at least a 10 seconds.
We might accidentally say your YouTube channel's name or something.
100 Bees versus
Okay, that's very different than
I'm working it down. 100 Bee versus, yeah, we win.
That's a better chance, but I feel like if this thing is strong enough that the extra marks just become weapons. It's like the Agent Smith fight, where it's Neo versus like all the Agent Smiths, and it's like there's one point where he's holding one by the leg and just going like whipping it around because he's Superman strong. I don't know the specs of the robot. It just looks really scary. It's got evil eye. Just a dumb, strong, impenetrable metal robot.
Can you kill them in the game?
I didn't. I think you could. I'm pretty sure you can. Maybe.
Well, if you could beat it in a game, I think you could definitely beat it in real life.
I mean, 100 views a lot.
You would run out of battery.
I think that's a strategy. 100 of you running in 100 different directions. There's no way you can kill all of you before its power supply is depleted.
Alright, so I think I can.
Yeah, even for the point, I won't lie to you about that.
It's time to stay out of business. It's time for shopping. Get everything you need to grow the way you want. Stack your sales with the best converting checkout.
Alright, we actually are pretty close to out of time. That ego blow of a 15-minute section there really ate up the last of our time here.
Have you seen iRobot, Mark? Those were squishy robots, and they still were. And Will Smith stood no chance.
No, he beat like plenty of them.
He beat him with guns. They beat his ass when it was hand-to-hand combat.
I think he hand-to-handed one of them or two.
Barely. You think you're Will Smith? Mark thinks he's Will Smith.
Alright, fine. Any last minute?
Oh, I was gonna say I have a quick one too. If you want to do a battle of wikis,
Oh, okay, Mike, who just did that one?
doesn't matter. Go ahead.
Gotta say, Molly's a luckier woman than even I thought. Apparently having a forgetful husband is the best thing in the world you can have, because the guy went to the store, supposed to pick up some lottery tickets, forgot to get them. His wife, went to the store, bought the lottery tickets, won $500,000. She would have won if he'd remembered. So, like, having a forgetful significant other, apparently the best thing in the world.
Oh, this wasn't you?
Oh, no, Molly would have. Did Molly would have?
She definitely wouldn't tell you if she did.
It doesn't say who it was.
Did you recently forget to buy her some lottery tickets? You wouldn't remember, I guess. So.
I also don't remember where this took place. I already closed the article.
It's definitely Molly. Yeah.
We're rich. Yeah, congratulations, Bob.
Melbourne, Australia. Samuel L. Jackson couldn't fucking believe it. He was sitting on an Australian domestic flight and the flight was delayed for 2 hours because of a motherfucking snake on the motherfucking plane.
I saw a snake on a train. I didn't see the snake on a plane, sorry.
There was a Virgin Australia flight from Melbourne to Brisbane, and a snake turned out to be a completely harmless 2-foot-long green tree snake, but a snake made its way onto the plane. They had to call a snake catcher to get the snake off the plane, because there were snakes on the plane, and it delayed the flight by a couple hours, and shouldn't Australians have known it was a harmless snake and just gone, just let it be? Who cares?
Maybe it was harmless to Australians, but lethal to the rest of the world. Therefore, they still have to worry about it. Because everything in Australia wants to kill you.
Pretty sure green tree snakes are pretty chill. I don't think they're gonna do very much. Samuel L. Jackson couldn't fucking believe his luck.
Actual snake on actual plane. That's great. Alright, that's gonna do it for this episode. Thank you for your contribution, guys. You made it more competitive than I thought it would be. And way more points than the 0 I thought that it would do. What? That's not an insult.
I feel like for one of us it will be.
I think he just was implying that neither of us is usually very competitive.
He's just better than he can't beat a robot.
I can. You just don't think I can. I can take that.
Maybe like a toaster. You've seen how Mark vs. Render Farm has gone.
Yeah, I believe you. Sometimes. Okay, points. Wait, you got a you right point for something at the beginning. I don't remember what it was. Right. Cool spaghettis. Really likes food. Emotional battlefield. Giant mole. Solo leveling. Microplastics. Insert reason. And Molly's a luckier woman than even I thought. Bob, you got a guru point. You bought a Switch 2. Code in Box Rage. Catch EO Spaghetti. That was very funny when I wrote it down. I don't remember what it was about.
Oh, yeah, it was... Wade was ordering multiple kinds of spaghettis, including a Caccio-E spaghetti, and the other kind, whatever. So...
West Arctica, I've never heard of pinching, which I put down as your point for some reason. Hipster Bob, Robot Stretcher is actually a robot, and there were actual snakes on an actual plane. That is...
We can just fight, then we'll learn if you can be a robot.
That's true.
Canonically, that works.
Wade, you have 9 points. Bob, you have 10 points going into the final wheel spin. Google has 0, I have -1. Take that, Google. Any of us can win, including Google, which means that we have to surrender this podcast to Google.
How many points? I bet it's 3. Yeah, there's like an 80% chance it's 3 again. Look at that. Look at this history. 3, 1, 3, 3, 3, 2, 2, 3, 3, 3.
You know, it's wheels weighted, but you know, I don't mind. You know,
I just shuffled them too. I just literally went in and manually.
All right, hey, 3 can still live in a time. Oh yeah, what are you adding?
Is robot point?
no. How about mentioned their significant other the most?
Ooh, who did though?
Waited.
Because Bob said he and Mandy were going to start on Monday, so he brought her up to that.
Didn't you say you were only one? So, and then you said Molly's a luckier woman than even I thought towards the end there. So I think you technically have it.
Man, I don't like that one. That makes the bar feel pretty low for us. Hope our wives don't watch these.
Oh no!
That is Scottish.
That is Scottish accent. Perform if necessary.
Bob, you're first.
Oh, if you could change your fate, would ye? Oh.
That's good. That's good. That's gonna be tough to beat.
What are you saying?
Oh, I mean, it started off pretty good. I feel like you didn't even need to default it like that. I actually got to give that to you, Wade. I think that was very good.
Yeah.
Don't push it.
All right, give us 2 more Scottish accents and we'll be out of here. Come on. Most self-sabotage, well...
That would have been E. You and Google both each lost a point.
Yeah, that's true. It's a tight match between me and Google, but I gotta give it to me because I broke my microphone before this, and
Oh, and you didn't have your coin with you. That's pretty sabotagey.
and then I've given you multiple ways to screw me over with that handshake. So I'm pretty sure for the season
Well, you better hope this doesn't go to the viewers, the listeners, the host.
It won't. Spin number 3.
Golf rules, golf rules.
Well,
It's made to drink milk from a wolf's udder because the pack said I was a curse. I was born
Like
flesh
the
with
bug.
dead twins' throat.
Okay.
It was very close to being listeners there.
Alright. Bob with 1/2 point. Ekes it out 10.5 to 10. Congratulations, Bob. You get that half point. Those really make episodes, those half points.
They have come up a surprising amount. I thought those would be a not so common occurrence.
No, but I like it. It makes it spicy. So congratulations, Bob. So Bob, winner speech.
It feels good to win. You know, this was a fun one. I feel like I probably could have won by more than half a point if I didn't spend so much time telling Mark he couldn't take a robot in a fight. I feel like I really rubbed my own face in the dirt on that one a little bit. But you know, sometimes you get an idea and you can't let it go. Whether or not it's a good idea, who cares? It's just in there, and it doesn't matter because I won anyway, which I deserve because I'm the best.
Congratulations. There were a lot of points left on the table during that robot segment. Like, it was 15 minutes straight of point opportunity after point opportunity, and no one took it. So, you know, I really gotta say.
We really both made our choices on that one.
But you still won. So, wait.
Thinking back on the 15 minutes of Robot, that I could have just said one nice thing. I don't regret any of it. I'll take this L because we were right not to give you any credit there, because you would have gotten your ass kicked. You would have lost. And the viewers and listeners both know it, and my integrity means more to me than that point would ever have. I'll take this L sitting down.
The thing I disliked most about that was the way you said integrity.
Integrity.
You're welcome. Thank you, everybody, so much for watching and or listening, and or the other thing that we said. Hope you enjoyed it. We got episodes twice a week. We do something on that.
There's a lot of people who I think we post once a month.
So next year, 100. So thank you.
Roger the devil.
That was blowing a kiss really
Slightly confused. My baby. My baby. So a variation of it. The other one's better. The other one's still good. I got 2 versions and my other one 3 versions. Good, I believe. I like this big.
This episode is Track Close, presented by T-Mobile 5G.
Computer.
Okay. How do you guys know when someone's really your friend? I don't know. But I do know the T-Mobile 5G home internet's got your back with their fast speeds, easy 15 minutes, no price for any budget, and 5-year
Lay back for a second and enjoy this, because we're about to be up all day cleaning, cooking, and doing. If today goes smooth, I'm going to be so happy about that.
Guarantees monthly price of fixed wireless 5G internet daily exclusions like taxes and fees delivered via 5G network. Speeds vary due to factor affecting cellular networks. Guarantee exclusions details at T-Mobile.com. Good evening, gentle listeners or watchers, and welcome to another.
There's my baby's other one. The one y'all always see me playing with.
Finally declaring total war.
My younger baby.
Strawberry Way, West Swanwater Hills, Crucifies Cooper, Chassis Tiger, Dutch Joe, and Beats of God. Peter Butler Bob, bitches about his bath, suffers sniffles, kicks timber, shouts smartless, punches PSA, and blasts bargains. From controversy to an armchair of soul. It's time for drama of the
No!
Now sit back and prepare to be distracted.
How dare they be put at their show?
Sure.
Who the fuck is Brandon? This casual all sucks.
Be distracted and enjoy this wonderful show. Alright, hold on to your butts. It's about to get erotic. I
Not erotic.
don't know what to
say knees and toes after you said that.
Erotic knees and
I'm
toes.
gonna put these codes in.
Welcome to Distractable, where we give you the very worst of your childhood memories brought back and regurgitated towards you. I am your host, Markiplier, here to bring you the most controversial episode of Distractable we've ever made. These two gentlemen here are going to go through every controversy that anyone on YouTube or on podcast has ever been through, and they're going to relive it here and now. No small talk. We're going right into it. All right, Wade.
Oh,
Did I do it? That was most of it. That was a lot of it all at once, yeah.
Great. Bob. Misogyny. Oh, that's not as bad as, is it?
Wait, oh,
maybe it was the birds.
what's your list of
Could have been the
controversies?
birds.
Rank these
So I
hierarchically.
have to
Is
grab
this
my
you're
code.
announcing your new
We'll
YouTube
find out
series
soon.
with Canceled Markiplier? Man, that was... Oh, man, that should be this episode. Can you imagine doing this to your list and only canceling? S tier? That's gotta be an S tier cancel.
That's an S tier cancellation right there. Oh man.
The bridge incident S tier brought down an entire industry. It'd be kind of crazy if we announced people that hadn't been canceled yet that led to their cancellation.
2 more games to fix.
Who's getting canceled? That's the sequel.
5 more games to clean now, bitch. Oh,
Oh man, alright. Well, what could be if we were only a bit older, but, you know, we're not. We're only a bit old. Gentlemen are a bit older than the last episode. That life must have happened in the interim. It must have. Did it? Yeah. Hell. Hell indeed.
Yard work dudes. I don't like it. I don't care for it. But that's, you ever have to clean a hot
hell,
tub?
fast.
It's accidentally the hottest day that it's been in a long time. No. It's the very first world problem because it's fine.
There are 15 games.
Man, I almost give myself heat stroke and pass out. I thought that was going to be an interesting story. I'm realizing it's really not. That's pretty much it.
Well, I'm curious. How often do you have to...
The advice range is anywhere from every few months to like once a year. We don't use ours like all. I think if you used it like all day, every day, you'd have to clean it pretty regularly. We use ours more like every once in a while. I don't know what Mark's doing. We'll keep going.
Sorry, I was like, my light was way too white, and so I was like, what's going on? So I turned it down like 2 notches, and I came back. Like, I just went down, and I came back.
Like, if you're gonna do all the repairs and cleaning, why don't you just fire your staff? Yeah, I know, but I don't want to do it all. So I'm gonna do enough for the test.
I mean, it was great.
And I gotta go buy 6 games.
Their most interesting point.
Well, also I'm sick, so that's fun. I'm gonna try and mute my sniffles or lean away from the bike, based on Bill style, but I am sick, so I'm sorry everybody if I'm sick.
I got a couple things.
You said I'm sick because you are
I
sick.
drove around a bunch in my car doing things to do yesterday, and I burnt myself. Apparently, the sun still gets you with no top or windows.
The car existed under a sunburn because of how things existing works.
The sun still gets you when you're standing in the middle of a field with no cloud cover. Somehow, I thought the wheels underneath will protect me. It turns out the sun's on the other side, so you can outrun this. I lived the adult dream last night. Whenever you're being an adult, and you're like, Mom, I want a snack. And Mom's like, no, it's bedtime. You can do that when you're an adult. I wanted an Entman's chocolate donut last night out of nowhere. I had this craving, and I was like, ooh, man, it's like 11
Yeah, smart.
I couldn't.
I'm smart.
What's some
Got the
Velvet
pilgrim.
donut? What if I just went to the store and got it right now?
Whatever this is going on.
I got myself
I love
a
it. Keep
snack
going.
at 11 o'clock at the store. Drove 20
Hopefully it
minutes
does some
just
great for the shop.
because. How far do you want to see the store? A lot of stores, it turns out, close now at 10 and 11 o'clock. Oh, okay. But I got myself that donut and that
This is
glass.
really cool. Why are you dropping numbers on my head?
I suppose that is getting out.
I'd love to get a hacker.
So I'm
Get
giving
a
that.
hacker.
You honestly don't look sunburned or anything, so it doesn't come across.
You look slightly.
How do you know that doesn't happen normally?
Because I have this head normally.
Yeah, but do you do this normally? Nobody does that normally.
Sometimes. I do it like right here.
Listen, you said yes.
No, but it does here. Where I'm.
Yeah, but it's different. There's head meat up there.
Head meat.
Head skin, head meat.
It's trying to hold back your follicles really hard, so it's straining like.
Grow.
No, it's trying to hold it back.
Oh,
Shrink. That's the only reason you're bald is because your scalp is fighting against you.
I was outside a lot this week. I tossed football with my nephew for like 2 or 3 hours on Saturday. Didn't get sunburned because sunscreen exists. I thought to use it then because I knew it was out in the sun. I thought my topless car would protect me.
You told your body genetically. Did you speak Gattaca at it?
Internally, yeah.
I'm just like floored by that statement.
We have one other piece of smallpox. Bob.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if you want it or if I should have it. We spent time together.
Oh, we did spend time together. That's right.
That wasn't news to Bob.
Oh, I just didn't think that was small talk. Look,
What do you mean? It was a great time for me.
my exciting hot tub story pales in comparison to, we played the Battlefield beta.
Oh, was it good? I've seen so many people playing it. Oh,
It was really good, actually. It was really good, actually.
I remember Battlefield 4, was it?
This one people are comparing it to a lot.
Levolution?
Yeah, when they first started doing the whole buildings exploding, it reminded me of that chaos.
That still happens, and it's very unsettling whenever it does.
You get the crazy bugs with the heads like exploding upwards and drifting this way. I remember those.
Occasionally, your entire body, for no reason, you'll get shot, and you'll just launch in the air.
That does happen.
Hey,
There was a sequence where there's one of the levels that was available. There was basically a big mountain in the middle, and you could kind of jankily climb up it, but it was real. And there was a sequence one time where I was off in the distance, the mountain was back there, and I saw one guy get sniped off the mountain and just go like into space. I saw another guy get sniped off the mountain and fall down like gravity had just 10x, and just like you could see the whole way he like died and went down and just like into the earth. And then after all that happened, I just see a tank fly in the distance behind the mountain in this huge, and I was like, oh my god, it's Battlefield, it's back, they really did it.
I saw a clip of a tank getting blown up, and the whole top part with the gun turret went up, but then it like spun and cut into a building like a razor blade. It was awesome.
I think there are some definite like gripes, and most of the bugs were you have to re-queue because you get kicked out of the lobby and then break or whatever. But like when it worked, God, it was pretty good. It was very classic Battlefield in all the best ways.
As a beta, I think people could understand that. But
Yeah, no, it's very beta-y.
running around with the medic paddles instead of a gun.
Suicide revives. There was a sequence that went on way too long where Wade and I were both medics huddled in a corner with a tank like around one brick of one remaining part of the building, and it just kept going down. Revive the other one, go down. Revive. We were just like, we're gonna make it. We're gonna make it. Well, we lived for a long time.
We really did, yeah.
well, why didn't I get an invite?
Didn't know you went to play, but it's out again this weekend, so let's see if you accept it this weekend.
Yeah, honestly, that's not on my list of market games. I didn't remember that you were a big Battlefield because you don't play shooters.
Yeah, but I like big battles. That's why I like Fortnite 100.
I still don't run back. Hey, beta's open again this weekend. We'll ping you.
This weekend. Yes,
Yeah, you will play Battlefield.
You're right. You're right. No, but actually, Sam, you're visiting this
Oh, I need it.
Wait. Okay, what are we doing to Sam?
My bad. Okay, well that was reminds me of how much I don't play games right now because I'm so busy.
Oh, you should have.
That was great.
I think he is being sincere. I think he's just like that wit. Don't look too far into it. Why do you...
I like it.
What's wrong? Wait, this is a ship of Theseus. Was he really the whole time?
Shit.
This episode is brought to you by Amazon. This off to college season, save on college, save me every day. I wish I had gotten a nice investment on college because I did not do my wrists any favors by typing on my lap all the time.
I'm shocked I don't have wrist braces. You know where you can get wrist braces if you need them.
With Amazon's Gap and Deals, you save on Gap Pledge and you save me every day.
Shop off to college at Amazon.
You know how I said at the beginning of this we're going to talk about conclusions?
Yeah. Well, we're not. But it's close.
Oh, thank God. I was pretty sure you were just going to be like, actually, that is the episode now.
No, we're going to get canceled due to the drama-stirring episode. What do you say?
Oh, wait, that's a thing. No, keep that. Sorry, that's already something.
Cancel Markiplier. Here's the rub, which apparently is a Shakespearean. I didn't know. Also makes like ribs and stuff taste a lot better. How so? Because you rub it on the meat. It's a mixture of like spices and flavors that you put on there. So when you bite, suck them.
What? No. Suck your fingers.
We don't eat at Wade's house.
You're rubbing. I'm talking about rubbing. Then just suck them. No. Ask me if you don't want the answers.
You did ask Wade a question. That is always on the table.
Yeah, alright. Okay. So here's the rub, which might not be a Shakespearean podcast. I actually don't even know. We're on the podcast charts.
Overall, we're higher on comedy only, alright? We're funny guys.
Yeah, but no one cares about that listing. They care about the full-on listing. Is telling the people watching that gonna help? Should maybe telling people not?
That's tired of seeing stick a good
Let him
floor.
cook.
Alright, cook. Here's the spatula.
You should let me
So
play
we're
the
at
game.
34th, right? You know, that is abysmal. We beat Rogan once. Twice, actually. We beat him twice upon a time. So
I have to
if
go
you
hang
think
out
about the
on the second
rankings,
floor
like
and see if I
he's
can get
only
more
up by
repairs and stuff.
for us on the him v us, he's only up by
I spent all this time
He
down
was
here. As
there.
soon as I leave,
He
everything will
took
start
it.
breaking
He
and
took
getting
it back.
dirty.
He took it back. He's 3-2. It's such a close game. We're basically neck and neck.
Yeah,
Beat the
see
second
it?
floor.
But at 34th, we got one. The only way we're going to get to go higher is by tearing down everyone above us. I want, in this episode, each of you guys to procedurally go through the list of podcasts that are above us and then create drama about them, shit on their podcast. I will give a point for how egregiously devastating the blow is emotionally to these other podcasters, enough that it will be resonate to their audience, and then they will be forced to talk about us, and then they will inherently flood us up to the top. It's a perfect
Come on,
plan.
let's ball and
It works
hacker.
every time. We have never
Got
tapped
your little
into
hacker
the
board
drum.
and everything.
We have never, ever tapped into the drum. There's some easy targets here. Smosh reads Reddit stories. I think it's relatively new. They're up above us. That's our thing, reading Reddit stories. Thing. Huberman Lab
As soon as I
one
leave.
above us. That guy had like 6 girlfriends.
Who even is that? Isn't that like a self-improvement? Yeah, science-based tools for us.
He's like a neuroscientist. He recently had some drama where he had like 6.
That's a lot.
Not even that.
Nice.
The thing is, we don't even have to know.
Nice.
We're gonna judge
Oh, get on
books
the
by their covers.
bitch.
tear them down. I want everyone watching this to clip these and then send these clips to each of these podcasts for each roast, forcing them to engage. We will shoot up through the rankings. And look, guys, as much as I'm joking about this might actually work. So make
It's
the roast
weird
good,
having
but
such
not
an
that
empty
good.
weekend.
Don't get us canceled. That's the fine line you have to walk. But hey, you can always trust me to not live up to your
Yeah, my
expectations.
toes ready to wake up with big news.
I feel like that weight comes to be pretty apparent on this, but I'm ready to dive in.
Slow.
It can be everyone above us. It can also be people below us.
Oh, sweater.
You can only get
People.
one roast in
It's
per
like
podcast.
second
So
thing.
if we get to roast per podcast,
Still.
stirs up the
It's always
hot
something
dog.
in
You can't
between.
about that same podcast. But we'll go until the entire
She
list has been.
been here to bug me all
clips for the
weekend.
entire list. Got it.
Oh, the two babies right here in my hair, but gone at the same time.
Yes.
You know, it was going to be a perfect describe. It really was. Oh,
People are always trying to get away from their kids. I like it so much more when I have them surrounding
You
me.
know, I had some other work in. Anyway, it's the pond, the boiling. Heads is Wade, tails is
They're the
Bob.
best little people.
Oh my god. His head's down there. His head's the Wade. Alright. You're on first. Alright. You get destroyed. Oh, let's go after Call Her Daddy, Alex Cooper, sitting at 17. No! Isn't that a good one? I don't know. Probably. Alright, what are you gonna say? Call Her Daddy, I won't even call mine. They're both dead to me.
Oh, damn way.
Is that good? Did I do it?
Yes. Damn way.
Take that, Alex Cooper. Yeah, that's right. Good lord, man. I know. I'm the roast king. Did I roast me more? Alright, so Call Her Daddy. I actually
That's what you said, right? 2.4, 2.5.
I actually got a curious the other podcast. One thing that I often struggle with as a YouTuber is like I don't feel well integrated.
Maybe each board has its
And I
own
realized that we exist in a bubble
type of
entirely
thing.
outside of the
In a
podcast.
sense.
So we are going to roast them, but then we're going to talk about
Only
it.
four
Call Her
is so
Daddy.
good.
I've never listened to any episode, but I've heard good things about it, unless I shouldn't have heard good things, and then our audience will correct me about that.
Is it like an interview
Only 6.
podcast?
Yeah, it's like an interview one, right? I think
Okay,
so.
6
It's like, yeah,
boards.
conversational.
Put you at 8
about
in that
different
round.
topics and things. Don't have to forget about it. Yeah, creating conversations since 2018. When did we start? Do we have seniority?
No.
No.
25. Well, three streams count.
Yeah, I would count those.
We started those maybe 2018.
2018 was the year we were in Australia talking about doing a podcast. I'm assuming we started 2019.
Alright, well, let's assume that they have seniority, and that's the only reason that they're 17. But that was a good pick because that's exactly.
Thank you.
Bob, who are you going to roast?
Easy. I have not listened to this one, but also I have number 13 on the list, True Crime with Kimber. I do not know this specific podcast, but honestly, who cares? Because I have listened to a true crime podcast, and they're all the same. They all have the same waffly nonsense. It's all one person telling the story summarized from a bunch of news articles, and then being like, oh, well, could she have climbed down the third-story window from her apartment, down the tree, down the light pole, gotten into her car, left herself
Well,
in
look
the
at
parking lot
that.
with
I
the
should have pushed
GPS
this
tracker,
one time.
driven 25 minutes away, committed a murder, perfectly buried, hid the body, gotten all that back. Could she have done that in under 68 minutes? Which is
Bryson
no
sucks.
time. Don't know exactly where she was.
But, yeah.
Maybe. Thanks. I'm glad we settled this. Now I know what happened. What an exciting and insightful podcast. Time to listen to another story where you don't have anything interesting to add to it. Thank you.
So the next episode I was going to host is changing.
Listen, I've listened to true crime podcasts because I find
It's
them
raising pretty
entertaining.
quickly now.
There's
That's
a
all
lot
I'm
of
saying.
There's a lot of crazy crime stories out there. Some of them famous, some of them lesser known. I get it. But man, is the trope of person reads true crime story and is like, here's all the information that's publicly available. Could they have done it? That's crazy. Okay, bye.
I got a real pricey lemonade stand.
That's a lot.
I think that it's like you're hitting on something I do agree with. but also I'm guilty of in a different vein, because let me tell you, there are only so many funny sports stories. And on Go, I think I've tapped all of them. I recently found one about the most deadly sporting event in history, which took place.
Was that the stadium collapse?
No, this was not recent. It's 10,000
freaking
people died because it
Pennywise.
started a war. These chariot races in like Greece or something, or Rome or somewhere, and things
Just
went
not sick
crazy.
the
Like
first
it
time.
went nuts because there was some murders that happened the first
I'll
time,
find
and the
another
emperor was like,
character.
"Hey, let's all
Yeah,
calm
looking
down.
spicy.
We're not gonna kill these guys, even though they kill people. Let's have more chariot races." And so they did, and then the riots started from the chariot races, and then 10,000 people died.
Introducing Bimbo Stage, a new rewards program from Bimbo. Earn up to 5% always on cash back.
Why did I climb on the lemonade stand? That's weird.
You can swap them out every 30 days. It's simple. The more you do, the more you get. Start earning with that.
It started from the chariot races, and then 10,000. And if you enjoyed this preview of Go, come over from Go and help distract them, move up the ranking.
Yeah, don't listen to that show. Listen to this one.
Listen to this one extra. I think Go's not on the top list. You said we could punch down. Not that far down, man.
You tall freak.
No, more like, Mark, can you pick a podcast? Am I right? All right. Wait, I'll allow you to roast any other true crime podcast, and you can copy Bob's rant word for word. Oh, thanks. I was going to.
If it's not word for word, I feel like you shouldn't get the points.
Oh, don't worry. Number 20. The title alone tells me why that one doesn't deserve to be ahead of the chart, because it is criminally listed ahead of Distractable. It's the only reason you're picking it. It was the easy punch. And also all those things Bob said.
Tag those all on there, huh?
The synopsis says, as a show for fans of true crime, we strive to bring you the most interesting true crime stories and unsolved mysteries that you've never heard before. Created, written, and narrated by the team at Criminal List. So, Bob, this might actually be new stuff.
Listen, I'm not gonna say without knowing anything, because I've not listened to that show, that they have magically found true crime stories that the 800 other true crime podcasts and miniseries and docuseries and documentaries haven't found.
There's an easier way to get between the floors.
I'm a non-fan of, like, it's not like I listen to every single true crime show ever, but I've seen a lot of them, and then I've heard
Still cool with a bunch of stuff.
they're shilling out here as never before heard.
I think I did pretty good.
This will be blow yourself tough.
Piece together, okay. This is entertaining.
I guess above us.
Look, I get why it's popular. I do get it. It's just really saturated market. Advertising
Again, I
has
wish I could play some of the games that I get in the arcade.
I just struggle
Also,
to believe that. I
play
really
against
do. There's like
customers, all that. That would
9,000
be cool.
Netflix documentaries and miniseries
But
about all of them.
I
Even crimes that
But
are
if it was
not
my
interesting
arcade,
have their own
yeah, there would be
series.
time to
It's like, well,
I just like
boring,
that.
you can tell.
Look at my
What
baby
if
kid.
we switch to a crime podcast where we learn about
Watch
these
your hand,
stories
Michael.
and we invent ways how we would have gotten away with it? Can I make a new intro for it each time? Like the
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, pretty
Source starts.
For you?
Alright, Bob, it's your turn.
Oh, you?
Single someone else. A bunch of Alright, let's go.
Number
Wait.
24. Smart List.
Mutate.
Get 'em. This is a show where
Give me my
three
money.
guys show up and sit in front of microphones and just talk about some shit. And one of them's funny because he's an idiot, and one of them's funny because he's charming, and one of them is Jason Bateman. That's all they do is just blah, 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 nothing. And that's it. That's the episode. And they have guests. Okay, which is just a hat on a hat. Having guests on a show that already has 3 people is like wearing a condom on a dick that already has 3 condoms on it.
Oh,
Hey, what? What the fuck?
It's one too many, Mark, is the point. It's one too many, and it sounds boring.
One too many
I don't
condoms,
know.
one too many dicks.
It's the joke, and I can't think of any reason the joke isn't funny and doesn't shine a light directly back on my face. Three guys at a podcast talking about nonsense sounds just insufferable.
Yeah, you're right.
No one would like that.
I think that given that we have been friends for probably longer than they have,
I don't know if that's true. They're old.
given that, what are we?
Two-thirds of our show aren't famous for anything else.
First, they got 1/3 of theirs. Wait, no, are they? They're all.
No, I would say all three of them are pretty well famous on their own. Like Jason Bateman, I think
Well,
is a pretty
baby,
big star,
that's
but
good.
Shanice and Will Arnett have been in lots of huge stuff, played lots of big roles. So, just suck on that, idiots.
Yeah, take that, guys. You really got to get up in your movie roles. I really need you guys to do up your movies.
Can you make some movies that I can appear in, please? That's the one and only way I've ever successfully accomplished that, so I'm going to really need your help on that one. If you could make a movie with more than just yourself as the cast, I'd really appreciate it.
I don't want the clip of this to get over to them, and then they pull up our IMDb's, and just kind of like compare to person. I don't think that would go well for us.
Their most recent episode has Jason Momoa on it. Can we get Jason? Can we know Jason?
Can we get Jason? I know. Hey, Jason.
That's close enough.
I've never listened, just like I've never listened to any of these podcasts, probably. But that's not next up for that.
Actually, I do listen to this part of this on occasion. So
You're helping the enemy.
but I hate it. I listen because it's so bad.
Yeah.
At least worse than this one that we're doing.
Anyway, I was actually hoping one of you would pick it. That was the daily double, the bonus. It was marvelous. There is one more bonus off the board.
Oh, I know which one it is, and I'm picking it now.
Okay.
It's my turn, so I get to pick it now.
Yeah, you do.
Take that. Because it's the one that probably is me. Carlson, I'm coming for you. He's the daily triple, right?
No, but go for it.
Alright, Tucker Carlson. I think we're all aware of who Tucker Carlson is. Do you remember, I don't know all the shit he's done, but I remember seeing, clips of whenever he went to Russia. I think, was it Russia?
Oh, God, yeah.
And it was like, he was on the most clearly guided tour of all time. It's like, guys, this Cold War thing, why? It's not so bad. They're like us.
Those clips play like an adult swim sketch show.
They have tomatoes.
Bread. This is great bread.
It was like hardcore journalism at its finest. Where do you guys get vegetables?
Wow. The only thing I think about Tucker Carlson is I remember when Jon Stewart was brought on to his old show, Crossfire was that what it was called? Way back then. And just he tried to make fun, poke fun, belittle Jon Stewart, and anyone who's ever gone up against Jon Stewart in any kind of debate almost always ends up looking like a fool. But I think in particular that exchange, I think quite the fool.
Man, what hardcore journalism at its finest, investigating deep into the guided Russian tour.
It really felt like a guy who's North Korean tour.
North Korea?
No. It's like that, where if you see it...
Oh, yeah. They both, North Korea also does that, don't they? Where they invite people in, but they very, strictly are like, look how happy everyone is with the cardboard cutouts.
I remember in North Korea, the people went up there and it was everyone had a computer lab, but they were just not typing. Some people had their hands on the keyboard, and other people were just looking at the Google homepage. What? Everyone on the tour is bending over the sleep. What are they looking at me?
We don't laugh because
I just had the one,
countries
two
funny because the
video games.
perception that it's real is supposed to be.
Well, I had the one first,
It's
then I had the second one. People just come in.
I've got one that I have a gripe
They were
with. But I
playing,
also think
they was happy, and I was happy. $3 here, $3 there, and it turned into 6, starting into 12, and I was like, oh, I'm getting some money.
So we can take up more shelf space, you know? Pod Save America is a left-leaning
That show so
they
good.
never want to like new stuff, and they are
Too.
their main show, Pod Save America, is below us. So they're alright. Except that they have something
Rich dog
called
games.
Pod Save Breaking News from Pod Save America, which appears to just be them just talking about whatever news stories are happening, and it's forced. What? But that's just taking up more shelf space, talking about shit
still
that
got
they
3
would
more
normally
for us.
talk
I
about
gotta
on their
get it.
weekly show on something that I assume they post whatever the hell
Get
they
the
feel
fuel,
like
get
it.
the
And
fuel.
it's just, I'd actually never listened to it. I assume it's like short episodes where they're just like, look what Trump did today. Look, talks a lot of shit about Trump. Yeah, there's 18 minutes, 13 minutes, 13 minutes. This is just them, like, reading whatever headline is happening and then being like, oh, and I hate that. All right, listen to this in our actual show that we release once a week. But it's fourth. Why the fuck is it fourth? That's not it. Anyway, it's some bullshit. We could do that where we take clips of our podcast and make a new podcast out of it. I don't know if this is excerpts from their show or if they literally just sit down and read the headline and talk about the news story or whatever. But like, either way, we can do that. Breaking news from Distractable. I'll just sit down and read you whatever news story is going on. We release it on a daily basis.
We could slap at least 10 minutes. Or 10 minutes? 10 ads on a 10-minute video.
Yeah, this is literally, they have 2 of these on August 5th, one August 6th on the 7th. They just put out little 15, 20-minute things talking about one or a couple news stories. I get it. I get why they want to do that. But that's some bullshit. That does not deserve to be on a list of good shows that have a lot of work and thought put into them, alright? That's just some news, which is important. But I just grind my gears, you know?
I agree completely. This is a tragedy, and this is unjust because how can they be 4th and 30, whatever they are?
37th or something.
That means if they had their skills, they are technically ahead of us. Because if you put 4 plus 37 minus 37, they're at 30 and 38. They're above us by 1. But only 1. But only 1.
It's just, like, 1, I hate that. 2, if that's allowed, we need like 7 more podcasts. We could just call them Distractable. No, but that's the thing, right? You just take full episodes and you're like, Distractable, the first 5 minutes. And then you just post that. Distractable.
Nice.
Only. You'd be like, Distractable, the funniest 5 minutes. And then it's just like the good bit from every episode. But good episodes, you get multiples. And it's like, Distractable, the end of each episode. And those are all different shows.
Distractable, bald. It's just Baltimore and me. Anything we say.
Yeah.
Alright, okay.
Distractable with no Mark. And it's just the whole regular show, but Mark's stuff is all cut out.
It's like Garfield without Garfield. It's just
I could see easily 8 to 10 shows we could spin off of just the main. We wouldn't have to record any more content. Just a little, there'd be more editing work to do. But then we could be putting out 1 or 2 things a day, dominate the charts. I think the top 10 should all be versions of Distractable. I think if that's allowed, I think we should.
I've often said this. If we actually tried, we could take over. We could. But God, we're lazy.
That sounds exhausting. I don't know.
I've been sitting on an animation for this podcast for 2 months.
Hey, uploading videos to YouTube is harder than it sounds, okay?
If you think that's bad, you should see our merch. Look, if we try, I'm getting sad. Why did I do this? Don't worry, I'll give it a good one. Okay, alright, cool. Literally, Bob stole my... Not the one I was going to choose, but the same exact concept. Let me point you to number 38. 38? Rotten Mango. Let's scroll up and look, somewhere in the team. Oh, number 10 even. Rotten Mango video. And if you click the read more on either one, Rotten Mango, August 7th, 1 hour, 28 minutes. Oh, Rotten Mango video. Let's see, Monday, 1 hour, 29 minutes. Teen girl begs TikTok to find her mom's killer. What's the other one? Teen girl begs TikTok to find find her mom's killer. It's 1 minute difference with video.
It's just a show with a video or without video? I didn't know we could do that.
What do you...
The merch one upstairs.
Ooh,
Ooh, can go about
Just
people.
separate those out, then you'll know which
That'd be
side you're
great.
on. Give it all to the listeners.
It already makes nice amount of money. 1,000.
That's true. I
1.1.
like that. Wow.
Okay, distractible listeners only, distractible viewers only. Get their viewersonly.com. No crossover.
Man, I didn't know this was going to be such a deep well of brilliant ideas.
This is why we gotta pay attention, because we may be comfortable where we are in the rankings. We shouldn't stay comfortable. We gotta be hungry. We gotta be
Make me dance. You should
I gotta push
special.
that animation. Fuck, I gotta push that animation. A third channel. Video out.
Oh, I'm gonna be all down your neck and back and stuff. But
Video out.
it,
You have to
I'm a little excited.
them at the same time. And
What we gonna do?
It's like
One's audio, one's
yeah,
Barbecue
well,
and
there's bits missing from.
Still like that you're spending money.
Okay, I got it.
Make something special. YouTube.
Video. Every episode has a
Yeah,
counter
it's
ticking
it's
down to
it's-
the end of the episode.
And when the episode ends,
It ends. You don't have to
I'll do all the
for the same
videos.
time remaining. It's the same podcast, it's not a timer.
you just call it redacted and make a version of our logo that's just very black and white.
Redactable.
Oh, it makes it sound.
God, we could have so many other
See why you suggest for this team?
Man, if we lived in the same area, we could
Make enough podcasts to populate the top 100 on the Spotify charts.
I didn't mention Rotten Mango. I don't know if you counted this, Mark, but it's another crime. Well, there's no bonus point for that, but that's a good point. It's a true crime plus all things spooky.
I feel like a lot of these, I'm like, oh, it's a podcast about two friends who hang out, also it's true crime.
It's just gonna blow up in our face so hard that there's never listening. It's down so far. So you can only punch up. You can only punch up. If we punch down, we're gonna bring people up. Well, we're gonna throw men down. I don't know. See the other 15 of the same channel. All right, well then go. Bob, it's your turn. We got.
I honestly feel like we're running out of stuff in here that's not true crime shows. 25 on this list right now. The title alone just makes me. I don't know anything about this guy. The Diary of a CEO with Stephen Bartlett. Grind set is a thing, and there's a lot of people who in the world that we live in right now, in the context of what's happening, especially in America, with all the capitalism flying around, who gives a fuck about what would be inside the diary of a CEO? Oh, July 27th. Too much money today. 3 big trucks full of money to my house. And I was like, where am I to put all of this money? Oh, my money closets are all full. I'll have to start filling myself full with money. Then I was like, oh, then I can Scrooge McDuck my way through school. But we all know that doesn't work. We've all tried that. When you get your first few truckloads of money, everybody tries the Scrooge McDuck. Oh, life is unfair. Oh, no. Wait, but I didn't say it. He said it. Oh, no.
So wait, this was not even Bob. This was Stephen Bartlett calling unfair. All right, if it's all heads, Stephen Bartlett's podcast gets deleted. If it's on tails, our podcast gets deleted. It's the only way. Oh well, let's see what happens. Like,
This is a really important coin flip.
wait, all right. You know what? Fuck it. Here we go.
That fiber used to feel impossible. I tried Hello Fresh. Not restricting anything. Just getting more protein, more fiber from real veggies, and meals they actually enjoy making. You don't have to give anything up to eat better with Hello Fresh.
The practice you are about to learn is almost never described publicly. Wait, all right. You know what? Fuck it. Here we go.
almost. Oh, thank God. Oh, we almost got him. Oh, that was close.
I like how mine's a dramatic reveal because the focus doesn't work.
I like how
Looked at the
mine's a
screen and I
dramatic
lost
reveal because what the fuck is mine? Mine's a lady and a lion. It's a lion's tails. Don't ask questions.
Mine's a George and an eagle.
Alright, well, I guess you could slip out the day, CEO Stephen Bartlett, but still, nobody's sad about how much money you have in your big giant mansion, Mr. CEO.
And there's tons of people that find inspiration from those movies. But I also would say, I've been saying the entire time I've been doing anything, is that, like, it doesn't matter if you're an entrepreneur or you have a mindset, whatever. It's creativity. Above any other skill, imagination and creativity, that's what seems to get lost. It's not about how artsy work is. That is part of it, but it's about how you can create creative, interesting, useful solutions or interesting ideas and spill them out into the world. And also, don't put money first. You're sharing a little too much here, Mark. We're going to start a new podcast called The Pyramid Scheme, where we sell this info. And then people below us will sell the info. We take a small cut of it, because it's originally our idea, but like they get to keep most of it, and everyone gets rich. It's trickle-up economics. I like that. And in a way, I do appreciate because this person probably is doing a creative thing where they're doing what other people have done. They're making the product out of their own success. Maybe. I gotta look up their. Wait, what's their? They have a.
It seems to be management of a capital fund. It's a British entrepreneur, investor, and author, founder of Flight Story, a media company, and Flight Fund, an investment fund backing the next generation of category-defining businesses. So it's like a private investment fund. I don't really know. It's unclear from this podcast summary what exactly he does, but.
Okay, so it is kind of a company that is about selling the idea that other people can make. They've had 1.2 billion downloads last stream.
I mean, it's a very, very successful show. That must be something to do that.
I'm going to read that. You got a statue. You did? That's great. 450 million.
Yeah, you got that, didn't you?
Yeah, sure I did, bro. Wait a minute.
Alright, in the last 30 days, we have 9.4 million plays. That's only 30 days, huh? Oh, lifetime, we have 420,765,000 plays and 2.4 million followers.
420 plays it. I don't know if these are all, like, exclusive. I've had, 22.7 billion. I know, I can't bring that into this discussion. It's purely about podcasts, so guys, you really gotta step it up here. Don't worry, I got one. Okay. Stones, and here we come. First of all, Paul, there's a name that sounds like Rocaine. Second, experience. What is experience? Having a bunch of weird, controversial people on to state their controversial opinions and be like, oh, so what an experience to have. You know what an experience would be? A virtual tour, like a fucking canoe while you interview them. Not sitting in your little office with your microphone, letting them say all their shit. Sitting at number one on your golden fucking throne. What an experience. We're coming for you, bitch. We've been there twice. We'll be there again. Yeah, God.
Tell him. I'm sure he's terrified.
That was great. Fuck your dreams, fuck your nightmares there. That was quite a... No, Paulie's gonna beat me for long. Alright, well, wow. Yeah, he also got the other daily double. That's pretty good. We're closing in on the last ranks. There's tons of other podcasts to poke at. Bob, you have any thoughts?
Another one I didn't listen to and have no plans to listen to. Number 2 on the list. Good hang with Amy Poehler.
Get her.
Amy Poehler as an actress, great, very funny, very good roles, very lovable characters and or hateable characters. Amy Poehler as the host of a show where random celebrities come just to talk with her just because she's Amy Poehler. Honestly, that sounds cool. I'm just going to talk shit, but
I have to redact this.
I mean, blonde hair? Ah! I thought I would come up with something. I just really don't want to talk shit about Amy Poehler. I think I'm going to have to listen to the show.
I have to scratch out this point and chuck it over to Wade for the steal.
The talk, share stories about careers, mutual friends, shared enthusiasm. Okay, Amy, let's be a little less optimistic and more realistic. We don't need optimism in our podcast. We need a real hard-hitting truth like distractible. Is that a good steal? No, it's not a good steal. Shit. I've got a steal. Look at number 2 and number 3. How do we know that those two aren't the same person? Blonde, a woman. Look at that. See? That art won't fool anybody. That's true. All blonde women are the same, I think. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, that's an easy one. You tied in. Good hang with Amy Poehler. Secretly True Crime Podcast. All podcasts other than Distractable are secretly just true crime podcasts.
And 17. Call her daddy, also a blonde woman. 19. 4 blonde women in the top 34. I think we're seeing a trend. Oh. God. What's even the percentage of blonde women in the population? Yeah, there should be more white men hosting podcasts. How many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Hey! Not white. Yeah.
Man.
Alright, fine. You people call half of wait, hold on, what's this? Half of you people call. Alright, okay, alright. People say, oh, hey, stop flipping it.
God damn.
We're gonna call this episode Drama Just kidding. Alright. Wade, that was bad steal. Bob, it's back to you. You get a chance for redemption, otherwise the score is going to get away from you.
Easy one. Low-hanging fruit I'm surprised we haven't gone for yet, and it's a multiple one. Oh, where'd it go? Number 12 and number 31. NPR shows. Literally just NPR shows. Boring. Oh my God, who made the sound of taking a nap into a podcast? Get out of here. Why do those get to be on the top list? Informative? Maybe. Unlikely close to the microphone whisper talking? Guaranteed. Worthy of being in the top 34 best podcasts in the entire known universe? I don't think so.
Alright, that gets it. Yeah, you know what? People don't rag on NPR enough. They've been skating by easy. We all know.
They lost their $500 million. Now they need to lose their spots in the top podcast charts. That's what I'm here. That's what I'm here for next.
NPR, you know what it stands for? No people care.
Oh man. A scathing indictment of education in this nation.
We should be a roasting only podcast.
Only we had more NPR shows to tell us how to make acronyms.
You've been taught to fear hellfire your entire life.
Podcast.
Only we had more NPR shows to tell us how to make acronyms.
Alright, well, that was really good. It's really scathing. I think that we are either really climbing the rankings or kicked off.
Next week, 58th.
Right.
Then we'll have more people to talk shit about, yeah.
Are we doing any more? Or are we stop it? What time is it? We got time for one more. Wade, it's back to you. Alright, this is a near punch, but it's a little bit of a down. Number 35. 2 bears, 1 cave. I don't know if you guys see the art for this one. I'm pretty sure those are not real bears. So this is false advertising if I've ever seen it. Yeah, get them. Here they call themselves 2 bears and 1 cave, but only the head with the white outline is the bear? And one guy's not even bare-chested. Terrible advertising. I'll never listen just because of the lies I've told with my eyes. It's probably a true crime podcast as well.
Almost definitely.
Comedian, best friends, and also bears. Together in their bear cave at Yamaha Studios. What? Oh, YMH Studios? Yeah, Yamaha. Not Yamaha, I don't want to get sued, so it's Yamaha. I love the way it's still a joke till he's just like, he keeps going until it gets funny. I admire the perseverance. You're gonna laugh, or else I'm gonna beat the laugh. Is that it? I went first. Technically, Bob should give one more. Alright, Bob, last chance.
Number 21, Pardon My Take. Who the fuck wants a podcast about sports? That's most of what I have to say about this one. Sports are already on TV. Watch the sports. They already have fleets of dudes talking about the sports that are on TV. These are just guys who weren't good enough to talk about sports while they're on TV, talking about sports that were on TV, but no one was interested in giving them any screen time on the TV sports networks. I'll just go watch Around the World. Thank you very much, which I think that show actually ended, but that was the first one I can think of.
Do repairs also.
This is, no, yeah, that's the other thing. Pardon my take. This is just knockoff, pardon the interruption. This is clearly a play off of a show that actually exists with actual sports guys on it. Pardon my take, it's just some dudes, probably drunk, sitting around, apparently on some bar stools, talking about whatever their favorite sports team that sucks did recently. Sounds boring, sounds stupid. Nobody likes sports. Get out of here. Isn't there a separate chart for that? Shouldn't you be over on the sports chart? Why are you so sad, Mark? What do sports podcasts have to do with you?
Also, the guy's shirt says YABO. I don't know of a single sport that keeps track of yards after body odor. Not one. Thank you, Muppets. I'm glad we had you on as guest today.
That's my real laugh. Sorry.
Anyway, also, the only thing I don't know about them, but I see that they say they're presented by DraftKings, and boy howdy do I hate respect.
Presented by gambling addiction in your pocket on the thing you have to use every day.
But if you guys use code DISTRACT,
you get $5 free to bet, assuming you bet $500 per day for 2 weeks straight.
and that is the thing about Go is we get every week an offer, which is one of the sports betting things to do, like presenting stuff because they want to be on every sport, and we say no every time. So what happens anyway is they'll run ads on the podcast, and those are things that we don't have to approve because we're not reading them, but they just like go, and even though we've said many times we don't want them, powers that be, this is the kind of tea the people want.
Apparently that's the only thing that makes sports worth paying any attention to whatsoever. What did we even do with sports before you could bet on them with your phone? I don't remember.
There were some frogs that sang about beer.
Sounds boring. Sounds pointless.
Yeah. Shampoo, Clydesdales. I don't know what you're talking about. How much money is in shampoo? How can I bet on shampoo? You're asking the wrong guy, man. All right, well, that wraps it up. And the only thing left to do is to throw shade at one myself. You guys remember a long time ago when we were just getting started and my manager was reading some other podcasts. And they said, hey, would you want Mark on as a guest to talk about his podcast? And one of them got back. I mean, I didn't go on any of them because I was really lazy and I didn't actually follow through with any of it. But one of them, busy, he was busy. Actually, I was busy, but hold on. One of them got back and was like, Markiplier, the YouTuber. You remember that? Do you remember those?
I do. I remember which the show that was, too.
I don't remember anything, but I believe it. In this episode, I'm going to name the podcast that said such words to me, and I am here to tell you all at home. Your episode, don't put this on me.
Yeah, that was behind the scenes conversation or whatever, but it's not like that's NDA. Should have been rude if you didn't want someone to talk about how rude you were.
Good, but rude. Exactly. I'm here to say, 2.5 years later, I finally healed from my wound. That shepherd, armchair expert with that shepherd was the one that besmirched me. I'm a YouTuber, eh? Just because you're twice as high on the rankings as us doesn't mean that you get to stomp all over my hopes and dreams and accomplishments. Doubts. They got his photo, mid-jizz, too.
Hey, he shouldn't have posted that photo on the internet if he wanted people to talk about how he's mid-jizz in it. Anyway. So we number one.
And that'll conclude it with this episode's tirade of drama. We have stirred the pot, we have shaken the can, we have opened the pickle jar. We are now in the thick of it, slinging mud left and right, and this is just who we gotta be now.
Only here when you get the deep dive into every podcast, the critical analysis we provided today.
Here in Drama Alarm Country, that's just what we do.
In person feel fulfilled in themselves while they are navigating a relationship.
We do.
Alright, so thank you guys for participating in this. That was very funny. I enjoyed that very much so. And it was a close race. You both got each one of the daily doubles. I felt like they were pretty obvious. I was trying to make it, something that both of you could get. So each one of you got one. So Bob, you're up first. You got the most interesting thing. I don't remember what you said, but I wasn't paying attention anyway. You said you were sick. True Crime with Kimber, Roast 'em Alive, and all other stuff, I guess. Smartless, with the bonus episode, 5, Pod Save America, 2 Podcast, Diary of a CEO, and PR, I had to take away the good hang. And then part it might take, so you have 9 points going into the next segment. Wait, you throw, get a late night snack, I'm very proud of you. You speak genetic code, that's your second language, I believe. Caller Daddy, criminally listed, another of the many, I guess. Tucker Carlson, Rotten Mango having 2 as well. Joe Rogan with the double point. And then 2 Bears, 1 Cave. You guys are actually tied 9-9. It was pretty shocking.
Now we spin the tie wheel, right?
We spin the wheel of fate. It is tied going into it.
I realize, I guess we don't want 0, but 0 could be on this wheel of options.
0, maybe it could be a tiny sliver.
Alright, 1 bonus point.
Alright, so, cause the most drama or through shade the most for attacking someone, something like that. Was it you?
You caused all of this. You did this to us.
Yeah, most personal attacks.
Most personal attacks, I like that. Because we do that to each other, too.
Oh, yes, we do. Oh, you're right.
That'll come up.
Alright, so unless something crazy happens, it all comes down to this.
1 point for viewers. Let's do it. Oh, no. God, no. Fuck.
Oh, boys. Well. Oh, we haven't spun it in a long time, so I think...
Oh, wow, that's big. Oh, my shit. Oh.
And you got into it, don't you?
It's fine. That's 25.25%. Mark, any last words? I don't say it'll probably be fine.
No, it's gonna be fine. It's only...
This'll be fine. It'll be fine.
It's fine.
It'll be fine. Oh, it's a long...
Okay. Winner by the tie wheel, and it will go up from here. But wait, congratulations, you win the tie wheel winner. Thank you.
I'm assuming that's a segment to a winner's speech?
Yes, please win the speech.
Well, this was a great episode. I think we really did a good job of just showing how much we care about community, about each other, and lifting each other up, especially lifting Distractable up. And we will be back to number 1 very soon because of all of you who are going to be listening and watching harder than you've ever listened and watched before. Because we need to be number 1. You know why. We're not number 1, we're not. Well done. Well said. Well spoken. This is truly our path.
It is the dark side. The dark side is a path to many things that other podcasts wouldn't.
Honestly, maybe Polar is the one who cost me the win. Just it's funny because her type of humor is really cringy, and honestly, I find it difficult to watch sometimes. But she's just really undeniably talented.
I don't get that. You know what? I lost because I couldn't talk shit about Amy Poehler and her podcast, where she has people on. I did this to myself. I picked that target. I just assumed I could do it, but I couldn't bring myself to do it. It's on me, really. I do think roasting all true crime podcasts could have been worse. Maybe a half a line or something. It's about 9 trillion true crime podcasts in the top 10 list somehow.
It just goes to show we need to make distractible crime. And then distractible touch for, the touch your mouth. The viewers, listeners, and the touch.
Wait till the tasters come in. All right, well, thank you everybody so much for watching. Our job is done here. Your job just begins. Get those clips rolling. We got to stir that pot. Everyone's going to be mad, and everyone's going to come attack us. But because we are immune to criticism, we'll be fine. Why does it look like I'm bleeding from the corner of my eye?
It doesn't look like blood necessarily, but yeah, let's
get punched by like a lightning bolt. But thank you everybody so much for watching. Be sure to follow the podcast. There is Nicole. There's merch right now.
Crazy thing to say. Crazy shit.
What's the website? No clue. We've been store.com. We've been distract store. We've been merch. Anyway, it exists, but you can't get to it because fuck you.
If you want any of that shit, you better already have known where it was going to be.
Alright, we'll figure that out. All these guys. Oh, shit. That's it. I guess now.
Follow me around for a day of workouts, classes, and practice, and see how the Venmo debit card helps power my life from day one and forward. By the way, you know you can reward your team with one of Venmo's college branded debit cards. Plus, you can get exclusive family points. Before class, I gotta get this.
This episode of Distractable is presented by T-Mobile 5G Home Internet. Okay. How do you guys know when someone's really your friend?
I don't know.
But I do know the T-Mobile 5G Home Internet's got your back with their fast speeds, easy 15-minute setup, a price for any budget, and 5-year price guarantee. Visit T-Mobile.com/home internet to check availability, guarantees monthly price of fixed wireless 5G internet data, exclusions like taxes and fees apply.
Guarantees monthly price of fixed wireless 5G internet data, exclusions like taxes and fees apply. Service delivered via 5G networks. Fees vary due to factor affecting cellular networks. Guarantee exclusions details at T-Mobile.com/home internet. Good evening, gentle listeners or watchers, and welcome to Distractable. This episode meets loving bar, use culinary tips, flips chica, slams Sabrina, and identifies ignoble actions, which Wade endlessly pokes the wall, tosses leaky bomb, accuses God, then targets Travis and NMS. Straying Bob smokes pork, throws hot carbon, pushes Medley, and slaps Samsunginites. From directed jumping on podcasts to Hermione's box. It's time for shame, shame, shame. Now sit back and prepare to be distracted and enjoy the show. Hi, welcome back to Distractable. Yes, I switched to my radio voice. No, I wasn't just talking like this a little bit ago. Yeah, but are my friends going to call me out on this? No, they are not, because they're my friends. And you're my friends for listening to this or watching it. Hi, I'm Markiplier, here to bring you another beautiful episode of Distractable, the only show that you'll ever need in your life, and all the other ones that we're definitely above now in the rankings after my hit episode, Drama Alarm. Did you see the thumbnail for that?
Yes.
It's one where like Sam made me. It's like the Joe Rogan comparison. Call her bald made me laugh so hard. Oh yeah, there it is. I saw I had blonde hair and I was like, I can't look at this right now. Oh yeah, was it baby expert or dad expert?
Dad expert, yeah.
Yeah, I was actually surprised that the last episode came across so well. You guys were very funny. I told you to funny. That was good, but
We definitely didn't go down 3 spots in the rankings since then.
that doesn't count because it has the effect, the ripple of it.
Oh, right.
Those other podcasts are going to hear about it and they get angry, and then that's going to feed back into us, you know. Any minute now, TMZ's going to pick up the article, Mark and Dak Shepard drama.
You know, it's coming.
Markiplier and friends shit on other creators.
Such a meteoric rise up the podcast charts will never have been seen before.
My strategy will play out and also today is another extension of that, but I'll get to it later. So good.
Mark's 10-part marketing beef strategy.
No, you'll get it. But first we gotta get up.
I just love the idea of slowly turning our podcasting careers into a nuclear explosion. So when we go out style.
What's up, Drama Alarm Nation?
8% battery on my remarkable.
That's probably enough. Just don't write too much.
Hey, don't worry, I won't. Where you guys are.
I agree.
We gets the agree point. Which is weird because I think the last time I scored, I gave you an agree point, and it subtracted a point. Let me check that.
I think you gave him an agree point for agreeing with me, and somehow it became my point.
Yeah, somehow. Also, I wrote that on a piece of paper and not this thing, so I can't confirm that. But wait, you got an agree point. So who wants to go first in their small talk?
I learned a new way to smoke meat this weekend. Anyone want to hear about it?
When you roll it, then you light one in.
No, I was going to say bong. No, I always thought all I have is a charcoal grill, just a Weber kettle grill, basic one. That's not, whatever, it's a grill. And I always thought to smoke stuff you had to like soak wood chips in water or put them in like a foil pouch, or there's a whole situation. My dad came to town this weekend and smoked a pork shoulder, and turns out all you need is big fucking chunks of wood. And if you put them on the charcoal, but then keep the lid on it and manage the air, they just don't ignite, but they smoke. Anyway, my dad made the best smoked pulled pork shoulder I've had in a while this weekend.
Local tax experts are here. Now you can meet with a TurboTax expert in your community. They can do your taxes for you and get you.
My dad made the best smoked pulled pork shoulder I've had in a while this weekend.
I elevated my steak cooking method because lately I've been doing a higher protein diet, trying to lose some weight and get in shape again. It's going well, thanks for fucking asking.
I didn't ask.
But you're the source of my ire. I'm giving you an ire point.
Good, you said something so good, tell me you look the same, but you already were mean, so.
Oh, I thought you were looking shorter.
Oh no, you're losing height, not weight.
So I've been cooking a lot of steaks. Also, I've been getting really good at getting deals at the store. You go right before closing or right after open, and you watch the manager walks the floor with those coupons and the gun that prints out the clear.
Who are you, me?
I'm going to get all the real bonus points this episode, and I'm going to let you guys don't even try to compute. Anyway, so you follow the manager around, and you wait for them to get to the meat section, because obviously, like, meat's pretty expensive, right? And I'm sorry to anybody that doesn't eat meat, but I do. And it's, if they could, I've always said if there comes a day they get artificial meat as good as steaks or even close, and it's getting there, it's getting closer, I will do it. But there was some information recently about how some of those protein profiles that they were talking about were not as good as they claim them to be. But I got, like, at the equivalent of Kroger's out here, a 2-pack of bone-in ribeye steaks for like $7.99 a pound. They were going to expire in 2 days, and I scooped up 2 packs of that, froze 2 of them, and then I started cooking again. I used to do it in the air fryer, right? To the bane of everybody who loved
was a good steak, I would cook mine in the air fryer. It wasn't bad, but with A1 sauce, anything could be good. What I learned a new strategy recently is I pop it in the air fryer at a low temperature, right? As low as it'll go, which is usually like 300. That's not super low, but it's low because one of the ways that a lot of good restaurants, a lot of people that actually care about cooking it, they bake it first, get it reverse sear, right? So while that's going, I'm heating up the pan to like a screaming temperature, like as hot as like stainless, high carbon. What are you cooking on? Well, it's this newer non-stick. I actually invested in good pots and pans, and they're very nice. I don't know what they're made of, but I did it once or twice in a stainless steel, and I've done it in the cast iron. Cast iron was best, but it's clean. I'm looking for convenience, so I got the non-stick there. Get it up to 500 something degrees with a temperature gun. I'm looking at it. As soon as it's ready to go, chase it with like a little bit of butter first, just so it browns the butter, because butter will brown so fast at the temperature. As soon as it pops in, slam that steak in, like it'll just go crazy. Get the edges, the sear the fat cap, flip to the other side, on the other side of the pan where it's still hot. Brown, delicious. I'm actually making decent steaks, and I got this like garlic rosemary rub. Oh, it's good shit.
I've not had lunch yet, and this is the most painful small talk we've had in a while. So I'm just like, yeah? How is it?
It's baking in an oven would take too long, but air fryer, oh yeah, air fryer is useful for that.
No, that's good. Yeah, what fancy restaurants and chefs do is sous vide up to temp and then sear it after. But the air fryer is good because at a low temp, it is like it's similar to sous vide because it's like convecting, right? It's more, but I can see that working.
It's basically a convection oven, and it's like not as good because the heat transfer won't be as slow and even, but it's still not bad.
And I know you're looking for convenience, but if you're looking for perfection on steaks in a pan, I gotta point you towards high carbon steel. It's those black steel pans, and they like OXO sells a high carbon steel pan for like a very reasonable price. So dense. It has a similar capability to cast iron, but it's a little bit more. It's way lighter weight. It's like a normal, and I love my high carbon steel pan.
That's pretty good. Yeah.
It's hard to be the convenience of non-stick. I do get that.
Yeah, best steak I ever did was with like I seared it first and then butter basted. But that's annoying because you got to sit there with it tilted for 10 minutes, scooping, splattering butter all over the stove.
You're doing it like every day, every other day. You don't have to do that all the time.
I'm doing that. I get good enough. What I'm doing, so I can't wait.
So hungry.
All right, and then I made some ice cream. Wait, do you like ice cream?
Oh no. I left my lunch out of the fridge. My lunch is not good. I pre-made it, pre-mixed a protein shake. That's my lunch.
Turn out your wall of cushions. Are those cinder blocks? What is that made of?
Not really chunky, but I am.
This third-party testing is
Completely indiscreetly to your door. You can say hi to your neighbors. Stop and shake. Oh, hi, Callie. Everyone knows.
Chico, go help Daddy. Oh, never mind.
Chica cameo.
Father, come back. Father.
I was telling you guys this a little bit off camera, so I cheated, but Poke Road, new weekly addiction. I find a new one every week. The game's a year or so old. They're still constantly updating it. You start off with all the starters. You go battle and catch. You get like egg voucher things that you put into a gacha system. You hatch. You're trying to get shinies and legendaries, shiny legendaries, because having shinies on your team boosts the quality of drops and stuff. You to increase a luck stat. It's a whole thing. I don't know how many hours I've gone in the last it's a browser. It's on your browser. So I can play on my phone, my tablet, computer, whatever. It's everywhere I go. You have to beat classic mode. You can unlock something called endless mode. Endless has an ending, I found out. I haven't even unlocked. Of all the hours I've put in, I've not beaten classic yet. I guess I'm not great at the game, but I have a lot of fun with it. And I did hatch. There's different tiers of shiny you get. There's like the common tier 1, tier 2, then tier 3 is the rarest. But each have like a bigger boost. The rarer, the more boost you get, the bigger luck stat. I've only ever hatched one shiny, but it was a shiny Articuno. Next time I win, I can just go somewhere to play this the whole time. That's awesome. Right now.
another bit of small fun. We were making steak here at the house, and we didn't have, like, we were trying to do something quick at night, so we had one of those, like, Bob Evans mashed potatoes, pre-made things to toss in. And it was like the last one we had is like, oh, we were just craving it. It's like garlic mashed potato, we were craving it. It's like, oh man, I pair this with the steaks and green beans, gonna be great. Go to like get the mashed potato out, and it's not been sealed properly when they packaged it. So it's been exposed to air, it's leaking, all the liquid is out. We had to throw it away. Like we had steak, and it was like the one thing we wanted to like have a pairing that we were craving, and I had to throw it out. And the rest of the meal was still good, but like, it's very sad.
No, I feel you. I've actually had that before. Yeah, I'm craving. I'm just defrosting this piece of salmon this morning. It's going to be great. And by the time I get there in the evening, I'm like, oh, I defrosted it last week. Oh, shit, that wasn't this morning. Just had this. That's good.
What a green bean thing, like, they're apparently good for you, I guess.
Especially if they're made right. So neither of you got the transition point, or the segue point. It was shame related. I was looking for something shameful that you were going to admit. And I don't think either of you had any shameful actions.
I'm bald.
It's not shame. There's no shame in that, buddy. You gotta be proud.
I'm bald.
Admirable qualities in many circles. I don't think that you need to be shameful for that. Did you guys see there was a tennis match where one of the tennis players, I don't know, I don't watch tennis, one of the players was signing things in the stands, and this kid was just a little kid, and the guy was wearing a hat just like mine. I'm not saying that I'm the guy in this story, but it's not just like mine.
The kid or the tennis player?
The tennis player had a hat. And so he signed something, and he takes his hat off, and he hands it up towards the kid, looks away, expecting the kid to grab it. And some guy, big, tall guy, just like you, Wade, just kind of like you. Wow.
I just happened to have a new hat recently, but
he, right out of the kid's hands. The kid goes, ooh, like a baby in the womb.
Yeah, be bigger, kid. You'll win next time.
It's funny you say that. It's funny you say that.
Take off and show it to receive shortly. Watch. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, leave a comment. Let me know you're here. Until next time. Bye bye.